This is the Riot Squadcast, a supporter-driven show dedicated to LA Galaxy news, information, and opinions. Here's your hosts, Ed Rodriguez and Chris Zero Cool Tucker.
Welcome to the Riot Squadcast. My name is Ed Rodriguez, and I'm joined by the injury to my Alice Andrini, Chris Zero Cool Tucker.
That's fucked up, man.
How are you doing, sir?
He's trying really hard. I'm well, man.
He's trying so hard to not be injured.
I spent the majority of the week on the brink of suicide, but now I'm doing much better. I fucked right before I got here. So it's nice.
I was like, wait, where's this going?
Yeah, I had sex right before I left to come here, so I'm doing drastically better than I was.
I'm surprised you're not wearing your red shirt and black slacks, man.
For what?
Yeah, it's a Parks and Rec.
Oh, like Ron Swanson? Because I'm no Ron Swanson, sir. On my best day, I'm not a Ron Swanson.
I mean, you could be though. Just don't, you gotta not half-ass something. You gotta go full-ass.
I do. I'm full-ass in school, man. I fucking another midterm this week. I got a nice B+ on. Doing okay.
That's good, man. I'm glad to hear that, dude.
I'm going full shaft into LBCC.
Oh, I was like, wait.
You don't go half shaft, man.
You know they're making a sequel to the remake of Shaft?
Starring whom?
Samuel Jackson.
I'm in. It's going to be a great movie.
I mean, yeah.
Oscar award win. Better than Casablanca.
I mean, obviously.
Because that movie's fucking boring.
It was Shaft, or not Shaft, Samuel Jackson and whoever was his son in the last one. And then now it's going to be with the grandson.
I'm realizing it's been too long since I've seen Shaft. Both the show and the movie. Yeah. I might start watching the show when I get home.
Isn't that dude dead? The one who
Samuel L. Jackson?
No, the original Shaft.
The
guy who did the song, at least.
The fucking guy's name who did this. Shit. It's gonna bother me now. What's his name? Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes. I just remember him from South Park and him getting all butthurt because they made fun of
his
Scientology.
religion.
Yeah, of all the people like they make fun of.
My nonsense.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, people. How are y'all doing? And if you're listening to this, we are live on YouTube.com/Riot Squadcast. We're getting Andrew set up here because Ben forgot that he was coming. Even though I reminded him.
Yeah, they gave me a lot of warning. Ben's had a long week.
I mean, I told you yesterday. But
if you were in the Discord like you're supposed to be and stop complaining about it.
Turn on your notifications.
One room you need to turn on notifications on. That's it. You can be fine.
Just one. I mean, it's fine. Whatever, dude.
Fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks. Fuck Tucker's friend.
1 and 2 right off the bat.
But man, I'm glad to hear. It's your week's kind of winding down, right? It's been pretty crazy.
Yeah, it'll be
ramping up.
It's ramping up. Yeah, it's not winding down. The depression is winding down. It'll be crazy for another. What's the date? It'll be crazy for another like 5 weeks, and then this semester will be done, and I'll be all good. And I'm pulling a B in my math class and an A in my comp sci class. So I basically just need to cruise until the end. I'll be fine.
It's all about cruising, man.
I'm just sure you have to get to a point where you can cruise. And I'm Andrew's my fucking. Oh, that smells amazing. What is that? It's grape. Oh, God, this is Negro weed. This is that good. It's that Eric.
Is it because it's in the grape swisher? That's why it's. Sorry, Andrew brought like a fucking what? That's not true.
No, you didn't bring this. What?
Oh, who?
Oh, it's here. It's just here.
Oh, it's just here.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
Don't look. Capo Supremo is drug free for the kids. It's all about the babies.
Right. As long as you're 21 and older, right?
Yeah. I don't know what the law is. Doesn't matter.
You haven't cared about that in like years.
You don't really need to, man. I mean, it's nonsense what they ask people to go through to acquire, or what they asked people to go through to acquire marijuana in a place where they clearly didn't give a shit.
I think we talked about this before, where it's like you had to go to quote unquote 3 doctors.
3 doctors that were like 75 feet or 80 feet away from each other.
Yeah.
And so you just had to walk down the pier to keep doing it. It's like, I'm willing to exercise because I want to smoke, but let's not go crazy. Let's dial this shit down.
You're having to do so much extra work. Just be like, yeah, here, you can smoke weed again.
Just to not care about the fact that I'm going to do it anyway. That was my problem. If you're going to actually give me a hard time for smoking, that's fine. But if you don't actually give a shit, like just fucking leave it be.
Leave it be, right?
Leave it alone.
Yeah, man, things are good, dude. I'm actually gonna have like a 4-day weekend because I'm taking Thursday and Friday off.
Lazy.
My aunt is in from Virginia.
Robin?
Yeah, she's here.
She's a good woman.
We did. We're gonna hit up Universal on Thursday. So we're gonna go to the Harry Potter world.
Take my advice. No bullshit. And I know this might upset Andrew a lot because I talk about weed a lot. Take an edible, and then get on that Quidditch ride. The first time we went. We took the kids. Hi, Andrew.
Hello.
Oh,
Are you
no.
on?
Hello.
Nope.
Still not on. Ben's working on it. I don't know. Try one more time, sir.
Hello.
Nah, it's...
Hello.
There you
Hey.
go. Welcome,
sir.
Andrew.
We figured it out.
There
we
you
got
go.
that.
High fives around.
Hey. The first time we went, Erica was like, I'm going to drive there. I'm going to drive back. I'm going to take care of the kids. Don't worry about it. I want you to smoke and enjoy some Harry Potter. And so I took an edible before we got there, and I brought my pen with me and went on the Quidditch ride 4 times in a row.
All right.
As one would imagine. And then I did the Ollivander's wand shop and was like, oh man, I thought it was actually taking place. And then when we got outside, Eric was like, no, it's, those aren't real books, Christopher. I'm like, come on, you can do this. It's just a nice little burn. Here, take this before you go.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I'm gonna go with the aunt who's been living sober for like 15 years. But all right, cool.
Edibles, man. You just look like a fat guy eating chocolate. You'd be fine.
I want all your butter beer.
The butterbeer is amazing.
Is it?
No, it's terrible, but it's butterbeer, so who cares? It's cream soda.
So my
With sugar.
my cousin who's like a pothead, like straight up like Potterhead or whatever.
Why not both?
Why not both? Well, she's 10, so hopefully not a pothead.
Why not both?
But I'm gonna just fuck with her the whole time. I'm gonna because I know all the names, I know the whole story, but I'm like intentionally gonna fuck with her.
Act ignorant.
And she's like, oh, where's Gumblegore? Where's Henry Peter? Where's Henry Peter at? And just fuck with her the whole time.
You're getting it wrong.
Yeah, just to piss her off. I'm gonna spend $100 just to piss off a 10-year-old for like 9 hours.
You should
Investment.
just start pointing out all the characters that are dead. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. When does this park take place? Is it what part
In
of
the
the
timeline.
timeline?
Why are they all still in school? You
Yeah.
saw the end of the movie, right?
When is where's the Star Wars land gonna
Just
come over here?
all you really need to do, keep arguing that the movies are better. Just vehemently defend the fact that all the movies are better. Every single one. The books aren't that good. You enjoy Twilight better. Just be like, we should go to the Twilight Park.
This is no Twilight, but whatever.
It's like, it's fine.
It's worse.
Is there like a werewolf here? It's really not.
When do we get to go? When do we get to meet Gandalf?
Just keep getting shit wrong.
Yeah.
Harry Potter and the Battle of Helm's Deep.
That's my plan, dude. Just to piss off a 10-year-old all
Oh,
day.
that'd be good. It's like, Sarah, which one has the Force? Is it Ginny? Where's Ginny? Ginny!
Today. Anyways, Andrew, how you been, man?
I'm alright. I lost my wallet. That's why I was late. I
Today?
have no idea what I did with it. Yeah. Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
I really think it's at home though, but I went back home to check.
Home,
before I
Long
came
Beach or the
over
Valley?
here in Long Beach. So yeah, but I'm all right. I'm doing all right. I'm thinking about my wallet right now.
Did you drive here with
Yeah,
like
why'd
no
you come
license?
here?
I did. I drove here without a license.
Breaking the law. He's breaking
I mean,
the
I
law.
appreciate the dedication to come on the show.
I mean,
Do you know your number?
What are the chances that I would get?
Do you know your number, your license number?
Yeah,
by
by
heart?
heart, yeah.
I know the first 4 characters.
I know mine starts with a D.
I think
As it always
almost
does.
Everybody start with a D.
Really?
I think A and B class license start with A's or C's, A's or B's.
I think
have
I've seen my grandma's license where she's so old it's like a different letter.
0.
0001.
Yeah, it's four digits.
Yeah, exactly.
She has a Confederate driver's license.
Hey, man, it's history, all right.
Hey, shall rise again.
But yeah, good to see you, man. It's been a while, dude.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on here.
Harry Potter and the Phantom Menace.
Thank you, Jason, in the live chat.
I gotta get out of that.
If you guys do want
I
to
need
call
get
in
it right now.
and you guys are listening to us live, we're not doing live calls, Ben?
With the whole Google changeover, they can call, and I can't promise they'll get through just because of the whole thing. The calls used to come through Hangouts, so that was kind of Google Voice's thing.
Is
Oh,
Hangouts
so-
officially done? Is it gone?
I don't know.
It's not officially
No.
gone, but
Yeah.
but it's kind of
Question.
sketchy.
It's in
Yeah.
Because their URL shortener was like that for a while. Like it would work every other time I tried to use it for a while, and then it just closed out.
And they're like, no longer letting you do that.
Daniel Montjoy says his starts with a B. His driver's license.
But if you want to call, go ahead and
Does he have a
Good,
B
give me
class
the number.
license?
Ooh, that's a good follow up.
Yeah, if you guys want to call in anytime during the show, it is 562-641-5277. That's 562-641-5277. Benjamin, shall we move on to Lars news?
Lars News. This is Lars News. It's not real news. This is just Lars News about stuff and things we want to talk about. Lars News. This is Lars News.
All right. Chris,
Yes.
do you have some Lars news for us, sir?
I can, yeah. Well, I talked with Oso earlier, and he sent it to us, and I posted in the Discord and hoped you had it ready. But this will work.
This is a funny story.
Everything is always not his fault.
Oh no, it's my fault. I'm explaining why I don't have it.
So, in a quick side story, Chris has the logins for both the Riot Squadcast and the Riot Squad Twitter page, and my dude was literally talking to himself, like messaging back and forth.
Just having a conversation.
He's having a conversation with himself, even though he's trying to have a conversation with Oso.
Yeah. So it just looked like that's what we were talking about. It was like, well, you should tweet at Lars. We'll conversate more often. I'm like, I'm just gonna look like I'm talking to myself all the time, and then in that conversation, ended up accidentally talking to myself. But he says for Lars news for this week, we have viewing party tomorrow at the Lars tailgate area. So at Lot 13 at the StubHub or Dignity Health
Yes. Sports Park.
Dignity Health Sports Park.
We're going to change that soon.
On the TVs, and they will have sound going. So the match starts at 5 p.m. Immediately following the viewing party, we'll head over to the G2 game versus Rio Grande Valley. There are other viewing parties going on, but we encourage that you check out the Lars one because it'll help you. You segue right over to the G2 game. Give those kids some support. We're hopefully going to see them coming forward. You're starting to see that happen with the first team more now. So this will give you an opportunity to kind of jump the gun with that and scout some of these kids ahead of time. Wine is going to be $3 each. Beer is going to be $2 each. Tacos are going to be $2 each.
Wine Wednesday.
Wine Wednesdays, baby.
Wednesdays. Get your.
Let's go get wine drunk at the G2 game.
I'm down. What are you doing? Oh.
You wouldn't be the first person in Lars to get drunk on a Wednesday at G2 game.
I don't know how much wine it would take to get me drunk.
And they're like the barefoot wine, so it's not like it's.
I got pretty shit faced on red wine at your wedding. Oof. And then at Eden and Spider's wedding, they had an open wine bar.
Well, Denise is like a wine snob, so she had some good shit.
The last thing.
Well, it doesn't matter after the.
I don't know if wine good shit necessarily means it gets you drunk more.
I don't know how that works.
What's quality though?
Yeah, it's about taste, isn't it?
About quality.
I mean, I guess.
I'm not Frasier, man. I'm trying to get hammered. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like when you start chugging a bottle of wine, I think at that point you're like, it doesn't matter.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think I have like Andre the Giant levels of tolerance towards wine because I've had a lot of wine and not gotten drunk.
Almost every time I've had more wine, wine drinking.
I'm talking about just wine. I've definitely had wine after I was already drunk. That's never good.
At Ed's wedding, I had whiskey and wine and beer. At Eden and Spider's wedding, I think it was just wine, but we had a lot because they were like, last call, and so we all bum rushed it and grabbed like 4 cups of it.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then just sat like we're all hugging cups of wine back to the table. Their fault, really. And then I ended up hitting on lesbians for like 3 hours, which I found out the next day, which was a good time. He also says, hurry up and get those tickets for Sunday's match versus RSL. Tailgate's going to start at 2 p.m. for that game. So that should just about it. Unless you have something you want to add, Andrew. Any things you want to add?
No, if you can make it to Dignity Health Sports Center Park.
I struggle to remember the name.
Yeah, I hate it. I'm gonna somehow change it.
Yeah. What do we start?
The only reason
Victoria
is because
Street Park.
Blow up the sign in the middle.
Victoria Street Park.
Just put in.
It still takes like 6 years
We'll figure something out
to get used to like the name.
Well, we got it. We've been through 3 name changes now, and it's only been open 16 years, right?
I didn't like the StubHub Center for a long time.
So we got to figure out a nickname that's like, fuck the branding.
I think they went with the Diggity, but that's in line with the branding.
That's bad.
You're anti
Yeah,
Diggity.
I'm not a fan.
Okay.
Just call it the
That's more cringy to me than Los Dos.
Then you know what? I'm on board with you.
See?
Because I fucking someone sent us a message on Instagram, and it was like Los Dos, and my only comment back was like, it's Galaxy 2. Like I have no. They said the Galaxy sent a survey this week. I was like, it's called Galaxy 2. It's not Los Dos. Please stop doing that.
That's never going to stop.
I'm with that. I'm telling you, Victoria Street Park, man. I love that name. It's more authentic. I think some fan or other, I think it might have been Oso, was like, let's call it fucking Victoria Street Park.
Or how about just Cal State Dominguez Hills?
Nah. I do call it the Cathedral on the Hill. But that's my own
You
personal.
haven't talked this whole time, and this is what you decide to say?
That's your contribution, Ben?
I'm just kind of paying attention here and there.
Yeah, you pop in and out.
Popping in and out. It's all good, man. That's what Ben's here for.
But thank you also for the large news for this week. It's nice to have some information.
So yeah, try to make it out to the one at the Step Up or Diggity or whatever.
Yeah, if you can get off of work early, man, get out there. People are just gonna be hanging out, drinking beers, and then go support G2,
and
man.
Stay for the G2 game.
And look online. There's always people handing out their tickets, so you don't have to pay the $10 if you don't have to.
Yes. And if you have G2 tickets and you want to get rid of them,
we'll retweet them.
Someone who's there, tweet us and we'll retweet your email and we can get those out and hopefully get those in the hands of some people.
Right on. All right. Yes, and if you guys are listening to this on youtube.com/Riot Squadcast, thank you so much. You guys can go check out our website. It's riotsquadcast.com, where we have all our links to our social medias and everything. And also we have our t-shirt up there. If you guys want to go help us out, $25. You get it's free shipping.
Free shipping. No shipping.
No shipping, yeah.
$25 and
you don't get shit.
Shirt.
You don't get nothing. Free shipping, you just pay like the $1, $2, whatever for the tax. We get that out to you. So thank you so much for everyone who's also helped us and bought a t-shirt. Much appreciated. Also, if we are doing these extra shows, Chris and I, and sometimes I know Andrew's been on one of them as well. But if
Andrew's, let's be honest, he's been on the best one.
Yes.
He's legitimately been on the best ones.
It's the one that's the tabletop.
That's the Valley one, tabletops, yeah.
It turns into a lot of things. Yeah, it's a lot of things. But yeah, you guys can go to patreon.com/Riot Squadcast. Sign up to be one of our patrons. It really helps us out. And we're also doing extra content, for you guys who are actually paying for stuff.
We're enjoying it.
Yeah.
And prediction games on the website as well.
And no, you don't get a discount, like a rebate if we miss a week. God damn it! We're humans, you assholes.
For the record, we owe the Patreon subscribers bonus content.
But Ramses, you are
this
getting
is still free.
Ramses, you are getting your $1 Visa debit card in the mail. Don't worry about it.
Those things are $5 each to load up.
I know that's why.
Black Hawk cards.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, thank you guys we really appreciate you guys helping out and supporting us. All right, let's move on. Houston Dynamo 1, your LA Galaxy 2. Amazing stuff.
I forgot how much I don't like the name Houston Dynamo. And every time I heard it, I was like, it's horrible.
Wasn't it supposed to be like Houston 1832
it was some number,
or something like that before?
Like Reno.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, of all the cities, wouldn't Chicago Dynamo make the most sense? There's nothing about Houston makes you think of Eastern Europeans.
Yeah. Well, Chicago spent all their time they named their team after a disaster that claimed hundreds of lives, which makes way more sense.
I mean, so did San Jose, and the earthquake wasn't even in San Jose, so
they're good at nothing, except for destroying Kansas City. Apparently,
yeah,
that's the one time.
Hey,
did you see that Unsolved Mysteries meme?
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
There's a lot of good MLS memes this year.
Yeah.
I'm noticing.
Yeah, it's the meme game in MLS has been really strong.
Stepped up.
Yeah.
I'm in some group on Facebook that's private. I don't know if I should shout it out or whatever. They're like the people that start the MLS memes and then post them to MLS memes. And so there's some early stuff that doesn't get posted, which is really funny to me that I don't ever see on other things. So yeah.
Start sharing it in the Discord.
I did. I shared the Unsolved Mystery one.
Oh, okay. I saw one with the Grim Reaper. You see that one? The Grim Reaper going through all the teams. And then coming back in Minnesota for talking shit.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, moving on. Talk about the game. Galaxy 2, Houston 1. Or should I say AJ Delegarza 2, Houston Dynamo 1.
Guy's the best.
Legend. Yeah, he did. You know what? He had a great game. The best game in a non-Galaxy jersey.
Maybe even the best game he's ever had in the Galaxy jersey. But I'm floating the theory. AJ purposefully cost Houston that game. And was like, one more big house for the boys.
As hard as he ran into the ref and was complaining about that PK.
What did you think? Andrew, what did you think about the AJ De La Garza Zlatan PK call?
So when I saw it live, I was like, and then they showed it on the big screen. I was like, that's not a penalty. But then But then when you see it, and then you see it from the other side, yeah, he's straight up bear hugging him.
Well, AJ is bear hugging him, but Zlatan gives up. He gives up.
Oh yeah, he goes to the ground.
You got to for AJ, you got to be smart enough to know. Zlatan Ibrahimovic understands if you're hugging him, I'm going to get a PK in this league every day of the week.
Any forward worth their money is going to go down.
The way he went down. I mean, it's also because physically, Zlatan could carry AJ from one side of the field to the other, and he's like, oh well, if you want to touch, you're gonna fucking pay. It's gonna cost you. It's a little.
He threw his arms up like he was on a roller coaster.
His legs,
and went to his knees like he was a whore.
Dude, that scared me. So, like again, watching replays before coming and record, he goes down. He's going down on his knees. I'm like, dude, those are surgically repaired knees. Like, dude, at least like on your stomach. Easy. Yeah, go easy a little bit. Yeah,
at least flop like that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Go straight. But yeah, I think it was a penalty for sure. I didn't see it happen at the time, but then I saw the highlights afterwards of, AJ and Zlatan kind of going at it, and I had a quick conflict in my heart. Like, I was like, hey, don't talk to him like that. Wait.
I think everyone definitely got like a defensive reaction.
We got mom status.
Yeah.
Over AJ.
Still gotta love that guy.
I mean,
absolutely.
And Zlatan goaded him the entire game, especially after the yellow card. He's like, I'm gonna get this dude sent off.
And he got a yellow, I think 29. It
was for the PK.
It's surprising, given how the rest of the game went for him, that he didn't manage to pick up a second yellow. Like it.
I saw when they were attacking on this side in the second half. I saw Zlatan talking to him, but I didn't think anything of it. But then after the game, when I saw the highlights and I saw the PK whatever and I saw them talking to each other, I was like, oh fuck, Zlatan was talking to AJ all game. That's not good for my boy.
Oh, yeah. He was chirping at him the whole time. And then Roman in the chat even pointed out like when the ball went out and he tried to meg him on the sideline, and like just chirping the whole time, him and AJ.
Yeah, you pick one. It's the same thing we used to do in 2006, 7, 8. You pick one player, you go after that guy all game, and you throw him off his game. And he had AJ thrown off relatively early, and stuck with him. And even AJ was on Twitter and threw his hands up and said, "Hey, I've got to own it. I had a terrible game. It's my job to kind of learn from this, move forward."
Well, after like a fan was like, "You're the worst."
Yeah, that's what he was responding to. Some guy was like, "Fucking AJ cost us this game,"
which I don't understand.
The fucking worst defending I've seen for all my life in 90 minutes.
You are a Houston Dynamo fan.
And then he like turned it around, and like the next response that guy had after AJ was like, "I had a bad game," whatever.
He's like,
he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I appreciate you." Like he totally flipped it on him. Like if it was me and I'm going after like Mike Ciani, and then Ciani responds to me, I'm gonna be like, "No, you still suck, dude. Like fucking get the fuck out of my team."
Still not good enough.
Get your shit together with like a bunch of clapping emojis.
Figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Get your shit together.
All right, let's go with some ups and downs. Would you? I'll go first. I would definitely go with a down for me, and that is Shelvick again. And to his credit, he was defending Ellis, and maybe it should be a down for the tactics.
Okay.
Because having Shelvick one-on-one against Ellis on multiple occasions is a terrible idea.
Well, what do you do? How do you?
What's your solution?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, see, you got to a point where you saw him getting double teamed a lot. Like Polenta would come in and help out, so and it pretty much shut him out. But my goodness, man, if you know you're slower than the guy, why are you gonna like constantly let him get behind you?
It's definitely the least forward. Least amount of forward runs Shelvick's made so far. He spent more time defensive than he has, and I think part of it is the competition and the player he's one-on-one with, trying his best to kind of find where he needs to be. But still ain't good enough. Like, still defensively wasn't quite good enough. Be fair, never a penalty. Never fucking penalty.
No, not at all. I mean, it's a foot and a half, 2 feet outside of the box.
Clearly outside of the box. The guy falls inside the box. Ref calls a penalty, goes to VAR, and we've talked about it 1,000 times. Most refs in this league are not going to overturn their call with VAR. It highlights how bad they are at their job.
Yeah, but now Zlatan's talking about it. So Zlatan's talking about it. Maybe
it'd be nice to see something
get changed.
I mean, he seems to think he's bigger than the entire league, so I can't see why he can't just make that call.
I mean,
yeah, Is he wrong?
I don't know if he's wrong or not.
Yeah. If Beckham won bigger than the league. Beckham's got rings.
Look, listen.
Start winning some championships and I'll call you bigger than the league.
Beckham wasn't bigger than our team, but Zlatan is bigger than our league.
Then the league, Beckham was bigger than the league. Beckham wasn't bigger than the league.
Yeah.
But win some championships and I'm willing to
I'd
talk.
agree with that.
No, I'm down. But yeah, I mean, definitely not a penalty. I mean, what's the point of VAR? Where's our drop? We need the drop. What's the point of VAR? Ramses, you need to send us in a phone call just to say what's the point of VAR.
The casual though, not like don't force it.
Just whenever it's
kind of like what's the point of Jow?
That just happened. Yeah, it's natural.
I'm so sad we can like not use that anymore unless we get another player like named Zhao.
Once his birthday comes around,
and then we'll use it.
Well, maybe he comes back. Who knows?
He's on loan,
what's the
right?
point to Jow?
Is he transferred or is he on loan?
No, he's still on loan.
He's on loan, but his contract's
ends at the end.
Yeah, that's real smart.
Yeah.
So you went down for Shelvik?
Down for Shelvik. I mean, it's just for someone who's getting paid that much money and just to constantly be like showing his defensive liabilities. It's tough, man.
Especially if you're a defender.
Yeah.
Do you want to go next, Andrew?
Sure. I got one from the live chat here. Up for Araujo.
Yeah, fuck, that was.
I'm good.
That comes from Don Fredo here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he had a good game. Apparently, I didn't get to rewatch the game, but I watched the highlights, and apparently he had a very good game. So I'm just going from the live chat here.
He's yet to lose a tackle in MLS.
The dude is 17 years old, man.
He had at the end of the game originally they gave him 4 1 tackles. It got edited back down to 3 for some reason. But I think he has 5, somewhere between 5 or 7 1 tackles in MLS. Hasn't lost a single one between the full 90 in this game and I think 22 minutes of the other game. Outstanding from an academy product, G2 product. Perfect. He's a little cocksure, and he very much seems to very much believe in his own abilities and what he's able to do. And I want to say, hey, calm down.
Nah.
But he hasn't lost a tackle.
Break him.
He hasn't even lost a tackle.
Yeah.
So you're Allison Drini 2 years ago. I'm not going to tell you to stop taking people on. Every time you take someone on, you're beating them. Keep fucking doing it. Once it stops working, then I need you to dial it back in. But he seems to have the confidence. The team is playing with confidence. Schelotto seems to have confidence in him. Go for it. I have no problem with what he's doing. He's been beautiful. He is what we need. A little worrisome for Romney.
Oh, I mean,
does that guy exist anymore?
No, he doesn't exist anymore.
He's dead, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if you see him at the G2 game tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was he on the bench?
Or tonight, because you're probably going to be listening to this tonight on a Wednesday.
Probably won't be there then.
But he was on the bench, and in lieu of bringing him on to kill out that last sub, we gave it to Giancarlo, making his first appearance meaningless. Which I really
well, yeah, I think so. Romney's going to be the only guy. He might be the only defender on the bench.
Yeah.
For Wednesday against Minnesota. So we'll see.
Oh, that's right. Because G2 doesn't have very many defenders, right?
I don't know, man.
On the actual team.
Well, I'm saying that he'll probably be a bench player for the Galaxy first team, because I mean it's him and who else is if they're going to go with
for the bench or starters
for the bench.
For the bench, I mean it'll be Starrison. I mean long term it'll be Starrison Romney, but I think you probably still bench Giancarlo and you run Starrison Polenta. It's short. And you're away. Yeah, Giancarlo shouldn't start. Not away and on turf for his first game. You would start Steris and Polenta, maybe Polenta.
Well, we can get into it on our preview, but yeah. So there's not that many. Yeah, there's not that many defenders that are. So maybe Romney does go up for the team and doesn't play for G2 on Wednesday.
Maybe Romney starts tomorrow.
I feel bad. No, he doesn't start tomorrow.
Maybe he starts tomorrow.
Maybe.
No, he doesn't.
Give Steris a rest.
Short rest.
Yeah.
Short rest.
Steris has played every game, right?
You're away. Steris has played every game. You're away. Minnesota's going to be all hyped up and up for it, but they're also on turf. Like, if you're risking kneecaps at this point.
No, they're playing on grass now, right? Because the new stadium?
Minnesota's got, that's right, because they're opening up the new one. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to mull it over.
Yeah. We're still on the Houston.
We're still in Houston.
Still in Houston. We got to focus.
All right. So, Chris, since Andrew took your up, think of another one.
Yeah, I'll give Leggett. Leggett had a good bounce back game from the week before. He's fine. I mean, we still have this dynamic 3-man midfield. And I love the consistency, and I like that we have these 3 main formations that we're running with, and this is this week we had a 4-1-4-1. So you had Jonathan dropped really low, who was outstanding, outstanding.
Again, yeah.
You're man of the match.
I shouldn't even compliment anyone else on the field without mentioning how good Jonathan consistently next level.
I texted a President also. I was like, just give him the Player of the Year already. Like,
yeah, it's done.
Just give it to him.
I mean, it's I don't know. Zlatan would have to score a lot of goals. But he's.
Can you imagine if Zlatan even like
doesn't?
He don't want that shit no more.
It's early, and Zlatan's not winning it. So.
Ooh. But we played a 4-1-4-1. We played that, a 4-3-3, and a 4-2-3-1. Leggett kind of found himself a little more in the 4-1-4-1. Jonathan, I'm probably stealing Ben's. Jonathan seemed to excel in it because he's in that more reserved role. You're not asking him to go forward too much. You're letting him marshal a back line, marshal the midfielders. He's sitting more like an anchor man, just kind of hanging back and dictating play. But it's nice to see Leggett kind of shake off. I don't know if it's rustiness or playing too many matches at a bunch of different places.
You know, it's just after coming back from a long injury and then playing for a short time and getting injured again. Like, it's got to be mentally. It's mentally
going to the national team
yeah.
and playing their setup, and but those 3, and it wasn't a strong game for Corona at all. But those 3 get each other. When the Corona transfer happened, it was a little confusing because even though tactically it made sense, you have the 3-man mid, you have the 3 men for your 3-man midfield. It just seemed like it might be overkill because you kind of have 3 guys who, for the most part, play a similar game.
Right.
But they're clicking. Like, they work.
Do you think it's not being used to the full potential, though, since, like, our playing style is basically just hoof it up to Zlatan and see what he can do?
I think that's, I mean, we cross more. I talked to Sean Steffen this week. We cross more than any team in the league. And I told him, I said, I don't think it's just a matter of whipping the ball into Zlatan. I think that's a big portion. But for the most part of playing the 4-3-3 that we do, it's controlled so much in the midfield. Like, we run. It doesn't matter if we're playing a team that plays 5 in the midfield, 4, 3. It's irrelevant. Those 3 guys
we win the balls.
Own that shit every single time. We win every second ball. They're on it. They're connecting, and Jonathan is running it. Is absolutely running it. But they're owning the midfield, and they're passing out to Antuna, and they're passing out to Alessandrini, and those guys are tough to mark. And then they're getting the ball into Zlatan, who you watch on the penalty is damn near impossible to mark. AJ De La Garza for years was a competent, and I'm sure he still is, but it was a competent, decent, middle-of-the-road MLS defender. And he looked foolish. He looked foolish against Zlatan.
Well, he was always more for his, like, 1v1 defending.
Well, he's that guy who has smart positioning. But look at Zlatan's PK. He's out of sorts. Look at Polenta's header. He doesn't know where to be.
Yeah, that was bad marking. He's not even watching the ball.
It's just a bad game.
Yeah.
If the play that we have are these 3 guys that own the midfield, these 2 wingers, when Alessandrini is healthy and kind of on his game, these 2 wingers that are very difficult to mark, these overlapping fullbacks that are complementing these wingers, and you have the 3 men staying put, knowing where they belong, and then you have this workhorse beast as a number 9 center forward, owning every ball that comes in. Look at how do you defend it? Like, if this is hoofing the ball up to Zlatan, keep fucking hoofing it because it works.
It's not going to work all the time, though.
I'm waiting to see the team that finds a way to stop it, because the only team that's found a way to stop it so far was Dallas, and he didn't play.
Yeah, it sounds like Ed's talking negatively about our midfield, which has been fucking
No.
insane.
I'm the biggest fan of the midfield. I'm just saying I don't think they're being used to the full potential. Like, how many of our goals have been on PKs and not run a play?
A lot. But look at the PK calls. We're not getting bullshit PKs. We're earning PKs because they're making bad defensive plays in response to the tactics and how we're playing the game. If we're getting 2007 PKs where they're trying to figure out how to get us in the playoffs, I'm 100% on your side. But Zlatan is rugby tackle to the ground. Handballs, like, what was it? There was the one where they just damn near kicked the guy's ankle out. Teams can't keep up with what we're doing. They're not strong enough to keep up with Zlatan. They're not fast enough to keep up with Antuna. They're not clever enough to keep up with Alessandrini again when he's on. It's almost impossible to mark Jonathan, Corona, and Leggett at the same time. And even if you figure out how to do that, there's a left back and a right back that's contending against you.
Yeah.
Our academy rookie right back spends half the fucking game in the attacking third. What do? Like, tactically, someone's going to break it. Someone's going to figure it out. It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
Someone's going to figure. Liverpool, Manchester City still lose games despite having two of the better sides in the world. Someone eventually figures it out. So far, you have
an off day and it
have an off game. And if you have an off game, and that happens, you have a 37-year-old who is your starting forward and is basically your only starting center forward.
I mean, you're only forward, really.
You're only forward. But yeah.
Zubac ain't going to fucking come off the bench and be
I was thinking more Pontius, but yeah. We don't have anyone outside of Zlatan.
Well, Pontius is injured too now, so.
We don't have anyone outside of Zlatan at center forward who's going to come in and score goals and win games for you. But at some point, someone will figure it out. And if someone figures it out, so pack a 4-man midfield. Tell the wingbacks to stay home. If you're getting torched for 20 minutes, hey, you guys are staying home now.
But I think more of my point is saying that it's even this team, as good as they've been, I still don't think we've reached our full potential.
Sure.
Which is scary.
Yeah, well, I mean, even defensively, we just made a big money signing. The team has been vocal and public in saying we've got money to spend, and here's where we need to spend it at a backup center forward. So as good as we are, and take my word, we're good. As good as we are, hang on, because it's not done yet. The show's not over yet. Like, give it some time.
I mean, this is even like GBS's team, and he's going to play like this. Yeah,
it's still not his team.
He's brought in like 4 guys.
We have money to spend. This is still a team that's paying Perry Kitchen $700,000 a year. This is me making do. This is me making do with Skjelvik at 1.1.
Yeah.
And turning him into someone who is an attacking threat. Where it's like, all right, well, maybe next year, and is an international. So maybe next year you get rid of Skjelvik and you bring in another international at $900,000. That is better defensively and can cross better than he does.
All the RGs. Bring in all the RGs.
Just someone who can cross a ball. But just somebody, please.
But you look at Skjelvik, that's 1 for 1. At least with Kitchen, you're going to, if you get rid of him, you need to maintain the roster structure, you need to bring in a domestic player to take his spot. But with Skjelvik, you can replace him with another international that costs a lot of money and is going to need to get tammed down and would be your player.
Cost a lot of money.
Or maybe doesn't. I have one more up if I can, I'll be quick, I promise.
He's a wizard.
We didn't dominate this game. And we were still the better team. We still won it pretty clear. But we didn't dominate. We've dominated most of the other games. So we're winning games where we're crushing teams. And we're winning games where it's a little bit closer to 50-50, and we're still figuring it out.
Yeah, this game is pretty even.
Without hyping anyone too much, without, telling people to go crazy. That is the make of championship teams. Championship teams find ways to win in different situations. And granted, we still play, for the most part, a consistent starting 11. But championship teams they know how to win when it's hard, when it's a dogfight. They know how to win when it's sexy. They know how to win when everyone's doing well. They know how to win in those 88th minute headers. They know how to win when you're blowing somebody out 3-0. This team is finding new ways to win, different ways to win, ways to stay competitive in every single game. I genuinely don't recall being this optimistic about the Galaxy. Probably 2014.
I was just about to say, what is this? Is this the Riot Squadcast?
I know, dude.
Where's this optimism? What is this?
We're about to bring it down a little bit, so just wait.
Everyone is just clicking. And you look at the social media posts, everyone's positive. But the various ways we're finding to be successful, I mean, it's Bruce Arena 2009.
That was a game we lose last year.
Yes,
the last 2
100%.
years. Yeah,
we're not even in it.
Yeah. We would lose that game. Instead of us scoring in the 80th minute, we get scored on the 80th minute.
And that's been the case a lot lately, where it's, if it's close.
Every game that we've won close, we're like, oh man, that's a game we would have lost last year.
We would have lost that shit.
Yeah.
So that was.
But let's give props to Diego Polenta for the goal, winning it.
The Superman celebration, I love it.
Oh, just like he did, like his face was about to, he was like Rocky. He was like just.
But again, much like with the social media posts, look at that celebration. That is a dude who is 100% bought in.
He's in.
He's in.
He's in.
And it's what we would have hoped out of Siani last year, where you go, I haven't played soccer in a year. These people gave me a chance. And I returned their investment on me.
Real quick, we said we'd give him 6 games. This is his 6th game? Or 7th game?
I think it's the 6th because he missed.
Yeah, he missed one game. Yeah.
So, we're good on him?
Oh yeah.
We said give him 6, right?
Oh God.
Yeah.
When you see what him and Giancarlo are going to be able to do together, it's going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing.
Just watch both of their highlight reels. that they've kind of put out. They're very similar. They both are very comfortable on the ball. They're very comfortable on launching the ball, pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah. And Giancarlo's all long balls. It's a lot of long balls over the top.
They're good in the head. They're good with
that's
their
all
head.
we do, so that's not good.
But look, I mean, so say we're playing a 5-man midfield now. Say we're playing against a 5-man midfield, and they're packing in Jonathan, Corona, and Leggett, and they're keeping them out of the game. Well, you got Felcher on the right, you got Stelvik on the left, you got Antuna on the left, and Alessandrini on the right, and now Giancarlo can just get the ball straight to them. We don't have to worry about going through the midfield every time. But that's what I was saying earlier. We have so many different ways to win games.
Especially like those teams,
Zlatan scores.
Those quote unquote good MLS teams who are high pressing. You just lob it over the first line, and then you're good to go.
Like Atlanta before Frank de Boer ruined them. Ruined them.
Yeah. All right. Let's bring it down then. Let's bring it down with the Alessandrini injury real quick.
Is it down?
I mean, it's a $2 million down. Yes, it is a down.
It's a DP down.
It's a DP down. It's a DP down again. Who, according to, I think it was, let me bring it up real quick.
We have a lightning round question regarding it.
Do we?
Yeah. Do
you want to leave it a lightning round in? We're here. This is the game. We got to talk about the game.
We'll just go for it. Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Because he went out in the what? Does anyone know?
I think it was before the Cross Stadium. I don't remember. Hold on.
He went out in the 16th. It was at the Cross Stadium.
It was at the Cross
16th
Stadium.
minute he goes out, and it's reported like someone at the stadium was there and saw him, got out of his car with crutches and looking visibly uncomfortable. So it's not looking good.
Which is weird because he's listed on the injury report as questionable.
Oh no, he's definitely not questionable. He's definitely
which is so
injured.
weird because we go from not releasing anything to just releasing things that are clearly not true. And at the same time that they released that injury table, Baxter and Guessman were both like, he's not traveling.
Yeah.
There's no way he's traveling.
So on the Galaxy Reddit from JJ Lax24, he said, some family were at the stadium this morning as the team were walking back from the training fields. They saw Emma and looks like he's participating in full training and maybe good to go for Wednesday, the game on Wednesday. Maybe it's just a cramp or something at the end of Friday's game. As for Alessandrini, he came out of his car using a crutch, visibly walking with difficulty. Oof. So that dude's definitely out. And good on Emma, like, he's training with full team. So maybe it wasn't that much, because he looked like he was limping at the end of the game too. So
yeah, just because he runs so fucking goddamn much. He's just tired at the end of the game. I'm not worried about Emma. But yeah, I think... I would imagine Alessandrini is hurt, and
could be a little bit.
It'll be a little while before we see him,
which might be what he needs. I mean, we talked a couple weeks ago about potentially playing through this slump, this quote unquote slump. That wasn't working.
No.
So maybe you take some time, calm down, relax, chill. We'll be here. We ain't going nowhere. We still love you.
And don't expect any updates from your Galaxy Insider.
I don't know.
Because I don't know if you've seen on my Twitter, I retweeted his post he had on the Galaxy website where it said, GBS gives update on Alessandrini injury. And then the quote in the article that he writes is literally, he goes,
I don't know.
I don't know. The quote from the coach about Alessandrini's injury was, I don't know.
This is what I never understand.
But that's the update.
Why are you wait? Why do we wait until, specifically Serrano? Why does he wait until GBS does this like press pool? You're a social media director. Like, walk down the fucking hall and ask the guy the question, or don't. Like, both are fine. Don't do it, and I can wait till.
Or just go. Or just don't say that. Oh, the coach is giving an update on his injury, and the coach says, "I don't know."
Well, I don't.
That's
know.
No update.
I don't know his information we had the moment he went out hurt. We have the exact same amount of him. I have less information, if anything, because I was able to kind of put together, well, he's probably out. But now I'm just right back to, well, what do you mean? Also, hang on. What do you mean you don't know? So you're telling me they couldn't need to amputate the leg, or he could play. There's no middle ground where you're like, all right, well, he's going to be out for a week. That's what
GBS was like. I don't know. He has to go see the doctor. I'm like, okay.
Right on, man.
Okay.
So I picture it like the way I've heard Bruce did not like Adam. I'm imagining maybe GBS doesn't like Adam, and not to be the guy that's contrarian, or to rush to Adam's defense here. But he's not the insider, right?
He is no longer.
He is no longer the insider.
Oh, he's no longer the insider.
That title's he actually hasn't been for like a year.
He's at Adam Serrano now.
Oh, so like the title's gone.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've been told that his core focus is different, of just providing content rather than updating the on the being the insider, right?
It's money laundering, right? It's got to be money laundering.
So
he's got to have pictures of somebody.
It's got to be money laundering.
He's basically just paid to write. So I get people still go at him for the insider stuff.
Well,
I mean, he is a little hamstrung into what he can and can't say, right? Because he is employed by the team.
Sure.
So now he's not the insider, so he can't be like, why aren't you giving me insider information? Because that's not me.
Yeah.
I write articles now. Like,
how many people actually knew he wasn't the Galaxy Insider anymore, though? That seems like
someone brought it up to me on Twitter. They were like, "Notice it doesn't say insider anymore."
That's something I would never have.
I didn't
noticed.
know until before the beginning of the season.
Which is like, let's be honest, who cares? He's going to get judged the same way, regardless.
Because
absolutely.
Here's the thing: is you're the mouthpiece.
As long as you're the face, as long as you're the voice.
Yeah.
You're going to be kind of held to that, and there's going to be an expectation that you're going to have the information, and especially if you quote had the information for years and chose not to tell people or couldn't tell people, whatever the case may be, just because you drop the title out of your Twitter name, like that doesn't go away.
Yeah, and it's not like it's not even like they made a press release. We're like, oh, Adam Serrano's moving to content something.
It was done quietly for a reason. Yeah.
And it happened without anybody noticing.
It happened without anybody noticing because nobody reads your fucking Twitter.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to the prediction game. Prognostication: last week's game against Philly, all three of you were able to grab a point for correctly predicting a win. No bonus points for correct score. This week, everyone predicted Zlatan would be the only goal scorer, which was only half right. Polenta bagged the other goal, which is first for the team. He looked incredibly pumped about it too, as we've talked about earlier. Outside of Zlatan, only Steres has multiple goals, two, and 4 of the players have 1 each. The G's need more goals from players not named Zlatan. Anyway, with Chris predicting a draw and Ben correctly foreseeing a 2-1 victory, Ben has closed the gap to Chris and is now tied for the lead at 7 each. Ed was able to pick up a point, bringing him his total to 3. Yes.
Nice.
Baby steps, which he put in parentheses. Fuck you. Whatever. A light week with only 39 listeners submitting predictions. While not everyone predicted a victory this week, most people did, with 36 picking up at least a point for the win. What were those 3 people who predicted a draw thinking? 4 people correctly predicted.
I was one of them.
Fuck you, Tony.
Yeah.
How about that?
4 people correctly predicted the score: Eric, David, Jack, and Shark Boy. Oh, shout out to Shark Boy, man. I remember.
Oh, Shark Boy.
Shark Boy.
However, none of these listeners predicted the correct scores.
I forgot about it that quick.
So 2 points at best. 3 listeners did predict a Polenta goal, but all 3 predicted more goals on the night for the G's. So no, James, you don't get extra points for guessing Polenta scored.
Your brother's wondering if you're getting ready to start playing the prediction game now.
Oh, I started. I've just been wrong.
Okay.
The last 2 weeks.
It's a little hard. It's harder than you thought, right?
No, it is. I knew, I've been in here before, but
rough.
I've never tracked my own predictions. Speaking of which, I know Tony's in the chat. Do I have to put down my prediction still, or are you going to mark it for me?
You have to put it down.
You should put it down, just to be safe.
Just to be safe.
I'm just going to have him do it.
All right. It's not gonna. Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad choice. Last week versus Philly was a big week for listeners. While everyone predicted a win, however, only Ethan B correctly predicted a 2-0 win with both goals by Zlatan, so he was able to nail a full 3 points. After the Philly game, Ethan is now tied with Walter for the lead with 9 points. Elizabeth and Ronnie follow closely with 8, and 6 others trail with 7. It's still a close race. Who will Big Tony end up buying booze for?
Oh yeah, he I talked to him at not the last game, the game before. He goes, well, originally I told Ed I'd buy the winner beer, and then Ed went from beer to booze, and then the next thing I know, he's like, it's gonna be expensive booze.
Yeah,
it's like, so Ed's just like stepping
on my wallet
here.
That
he's playing with himself.
Well, I'm just
in case you win.
And then at the end it's gonna be like a distillery.
That's it.
It's just gonna keep going higher and higher.
Tony's gonna buy you a whore.
Yeah. If you do have any difficulties remembering to do your picks, follow on Twitter at BigTony_42, and you can get reminders. He sends them out multiple times leading up to the game.
Yeah.
And by the way,
which is really useful.
Wednesday's game, recording this Tuesday night, this will be out by Wednesday morning. You do have until 4:00, which
4:30.
is like 4:30?
Yeah, say 4:30.
I think it's usually before kickoff, but that kind of sucks if you get the line and be like, all right, I'm making predictions now.
You know what? You're right.
That's what I've been doing.
3:30. Make it an hour and a half before the game. Well, because that was Ben's whole thing. Like, how could he have known that Zlatan wasn't going to travel or whatever it was? And it was like, well, then.
Yeah, well, you guys were the ones that played the game on your podcast. You could have played the game like me in anonymity.
So next week.
And submit your own shit.
Next week, we'll have definitive rules about what time it's going to be in.
Okay. Sure. Whatever.
Hopefully.
Benjamin, do we have the call, sir? Do you want to play that real quick?
Wait, did we do the prediction? Did you do the prediction?
No,
we haven't got to the next game, dude.
Last week's prediction, and then we do next week's game. You're getting that, right?
This call's from the 206.
At some point, we should look up these area codes.
Yeah, where's the 206?
Producer Seattle.
Oh, we had someone in the chat who's from Seattle.
Boys.
Oh, it's El Dude.
Oh, and you, Big Dick Ben.
Big Dick Ben.
Can you believe? All right. Let's put this into context. One, that's probably the biggest test we've had to date.
Correct.
Two, we're still playing like shit. 3, that's how many points we got out of that bitch. 18 altogether so far. I remember after 6 games, y'all last year were like going, hey, what's Ziggy's record? Hey, what's Kurt's record? Hey, what's Bruce's record? Fuck all of them records. GBS, bitches. Oh. And on a side note, where the fuck can I get one of them jackets?
Those jackets.
Where the fuck can I get one of them jackets?
Those jackets are sweet. The black.
Oh, yeah. It's your boy, old dude. Peace out, bitches. Bye.
So, in case you've never had the pleasure of El Dude, he's been that way for like at least the 15 years I've known him.
Forever.
Is the exact same energy level, unless he's on his way to blacking out right before, what was it, the 2009 MLS Cup?
No, that was his brother Mark.
Oh, there you go.
They had to take him back to the hotel, and then Mark came at like halftime.
You get there just in time to watch us lose.
Just in time. Yeah. Well, where's the question?
Well, number one, we can start. He's talked about our 18 points in 7 games. Biggest, I think it's biggest points per game tally in the league right now. We have 2.57 points per game, and all of the opponents we faced averaging 1.37 points. So it's mostly saying we've been amassing a lot of points given the amount of games we've played, but also the opponents we're playing are doing pretty well. We're getting maybe not the hardest opponents out of the way, but we're getting a decent chunk of our tougher opponents. To put it into contrast, so it went out on Twitter this week whilst MLS was blowing LAFC as they tend to do. LAFC has only averaged 2.44 points per game because they have 22 points and they're 9 games played. We still have 2 games in hand on them. And all of their opponents are only averaging 1.19 points per game. So they're playing chiefly the softer part of their schedule right now. And they're doing okay, but they're not really destroying it the way they should, playing weaker talent. We're playing tougher talent, and we're
I just think they're getting blown because they're scoring a shit ton of goals.
Scoring.
They've ton of goals.
I think they've scored the most goals through 6 games.
I think their goal difference is 3 times as much as ours. Like they're like 18 goal difference, and we're at like 6.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's and they're shiny and new toys.
And
they're shiny and new. They're playing nice. They're scoring a lot of goals.
But again, if you're doing it against the weaker opponents on your schedule, what does it really matter? I mean, it's not to say it's important and it's shiny and it's nice and it's pretty.
And they're doing it against people that get red cards.
But if you're doing it, if you've had 2, I think they've had 2 games all season where someone didn't get sent off.
Like it might have been 1.
Well, I thought someone didn't get sent off in this last one.
Or like the first game that they won that didn't have a red card involved in it or something like that. Right?
So, yeah. But it's, I mean,
I think someone against, I think Seattle, someone had a red card. I remember who.
If you're playing your softer opponents, you're going to do better. When you're playing your harder opponents, probably not as much. We're doing very, very well against our harder opponents, or at least our middle of the road opponents. We still have your San Jose's to play. You know, we have Portland again. We're doing okay. We're doing very well even against okay MLS teams. Dude's right. It's a good team. It's a good team.
And we still haven't played our best.
And we're
only going to get better.
And we're only getting better.
We're only getting better.
Zlatan has to stay healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. When Steres is your second top goal scorer, yeah. You might need Zlatan to be
You start letting Jonathan take some of these PKs so we can get rid of Steres on the top 3.
All right, moving on. We do have a sponsor for this week's episode. It is sponsored by Away Days Football. You can go to awaydaysfootball.com. Go there, check it out. They're a small independent soccer brand company out of Boston. Baston. What's that guy's name?
Martin.
But Martin is a one-man wrecking machine, does everything. He runs the websites, he runs, customer support, all that stuff. So if you have any problems, contact him. He'll be the one you're talking to. What we fell in love with, and we've been preaching for you guys forever, is the $25 mystery kit. Speaking of the mystery kits, my man Tucker,
what are you wearing right now?
Leon.
His Olympique Leon jersey that one of you beautiful listeners got him for as a $25 mystery kit.
Please, if whoever it was, even if you don't want it to be public, send me a direct message on Twitter just so I can thank you. Because I guess they purchased it and contacted Martin, who still had my address from when they sent all of our jerseys. But I would at least just like to say thank you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally expecting mine in the mail too. Just
any
day now. Any day, that's fine. Whatever. But yes, you can go to awaydaysfootball.com and you can get, like Chris, he gets the Olympiacos Leon.
Leon.
I
wore. I spent all day wearing that, and then I took that off to wear.
But it's always the lower teams. You're not going to get your Manchester United, your Barcelonas, your Madrids. League One, but it's not PSG because PSG is the only shit that counts in that league.
I wouldn't. Which is weird. I wouldn't want a PSG.
No, I'm a hater.
You repping PSG? They're just going to buy. They're just going to keep buying. They're going to start buying Liverpool players.
I'm alright with it.
Doesn't the homie come from PSG?
Homie from Paris.
Oh, really?
He came he comes several times a year, right?
What's wrong with Paris
Yeah,
FC?
he's been a few times, huh?
You can't support Paris FC.
I don't even know what that is, bro. It's not a real team.
Only one PSG.
Come on, man.
You got Neymar.
You're trying to start a movement where you're fucking supporting teams in Madison, Wisconsin. Like,
hey, bro, forward Madison all day. But no bullshit. Like, this is legitimately the most comfortable jersey I own. Like, it authentic.
It looks good on you too,
There's
man.
no two ways about it.
Yeah.
Authentic, feels comfortable.
Yeah, you get for $25, you're gonna get an authentic jersey with the tags on there. So, like, dude, you're not gonna get something cheaper.
Yeah, it's not a pre-worn jersey.
It's not yeah.
It's not used. Yeah. It's nothing in that realm.
And he did a.
You right there, dude?
Yeah, Tourette's. What's going on?
He did.
We got microphones, right?
Sharks just won.
Yeah, that's worthy of that.
Yeah.
You could have kept that to yourself, though.
They beat Vegas.
He also blew out a bunch of like kits that were damaged or had like misprints.
Oh yeah,
sold out so quick.
Yeah, I think my brother got a couple of them.
Yeah, your brother
probably why he sold out so quick.
He said he bought 3, but he went. So just in the event you ever see, he's got the what would you call them? The damaged ones. In case he ever does a damaged good sale again. Your brother brought 3 of them. He said he couldn't find any marking on it, and they were $15 a pop. They were $10 off, and then the Squadcast code still worked on top of that. You get it tax free. He also does as American collection.
So yeah, you can, and they have like shirts, beanies, they have hats, jackets, they have mystery patches, they have kids size mystery jerseys as well. They have the mystery pack where you get like the jersey, scarf, and a jacket. So normally, you got normal people, the normies, they pay $25. They pay the full price.
Heathens.
Yeah.
Scourge.
But because you're special, and we love you, you can get 15% off with the promo code SQUADCAST on your entire order. Go do it. Go do it now.
Get yourself a Providence FC jersey. 15%.
Those are badass. Oh, those are so nice. But yes,
although the fat fucks have to wait.
They also have the away days merch with just their logo. It's real small.
Yeah.
My brother bought one of those sweatshirts. It's really nice, actually.
Really comfortable.
Yeah.
I always wanted the beanie with like the old like football.
Yeah.
The logo's so nice, dude. But yes, go check it out. awaydaysfootball.com. Make sure you guys tagging us on their Instagrams, awaydaysfootball, or awaydays on Instagram, and then on Twitter it's awaydaysfootball, the Spanish football. Tag us. We always love seeing you guys when you get your jerseys and you have them on. It's oddly like happy. Like it makes me happy when I see people like rocking their jerseys that they bought.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. So go there, check it out. All right, moving on. Minnesota, eh? Cold like Minnesota.
I like that you finally came around on that song.
Yeah, man. Well, it's a terrible song still.
Oh, it's awful.
Cold like Minnesota.
Yeah. Little Yachty Andrew now.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so dumb. All right. So let's see. We got no Alessandrini, no Pontius, no Kitchen. Those are the guys who are out, right?
Yeah.
Those are the 3 injuries that we have right now. Probably no Efrain. He really hasn't been.
Called up.
Got called up with Mexico. But he still really hasn't been playing with the team since like week 2.
You don't disrupt what's working.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, he did bring something to the team, a little spark, but whatever. We'll let that go.
His spark, let's be honest, his spark is not needed right now.
When he scores at home, the pop's gonna be so
It's gonna be so huge,
so big,
like tantric sex. One big finish. I guess I gotta wait till he's 18 to make this joke.
Yeah.
I mean, probably inappropriate then too.
Yeah, probably. So what do you think? I mean, who knows? I mean, Boateng is supposedly training with the full team or full team training. Do we see him on Wednesday? Do we see him as a sub? Like, what do you guys think? What's going to be the lineup?
I mean, you saw. I don't know if you saw the video clip where Boateng's getting subbed on for Alessandrini, and
he hugs
Houston, and then Schelotto yanks his jersey and brings him back and hugs him.
It's a very touching moment.
It's so weird.
It's such an amazing environment right now, though. But you start him. I think it would shatter whatever confidence he's built up in himself if Cuello starts. Or
do we have enough wingers to even start anyone other but
you
him?
play legit out wide.
That's why I thought you'd start with like a 5-man back line with your Gonzalez, your Steres, and your Polenta, and you have Jorgen on the left, and then you have Araujo on the right. Start with your 3 guys in the middle, and then you put Zlatan and Antuna up top. Just so Antuna can like run everywhere and just cause havoc.
The only place that would concern me is in the first game you're starting Giancarlo Gonzalez. It's away in what should be a hostile place because it's Minnesota's second game at their new home.
Yeah, that Oasis Wonderwall's real.
Oh
God. But it's
if I didn't hate Oasis enough.
You hate Oasis. I didn't know that.
Just the radio. I mean, I don't know any of their songs except for like the 2 songs they play on the radio.
The big ones.
Yeah.
And they play them.
I like cigarettes and alcohol.
I'm with you on that.
God.
You hate
if I never heard Wonderwall, I kind of like Oasis actually.
Really?
But if I never heard Wonderwall,
you'd be okay.
Or Champagne Supernova, I'd be all right.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the last time I heard Champagne Supernova.
They play it all the time on the radio.
I don't never listen to the radio. Like I listen to wrestling theme songs on Spotify.
I don't listen to the radio either, but like if you live in Long Beach and there's somebody DJing, there is a 50-50 chance that they're DJing the same 100 songs by The Cure, by Oasis.
I will give you going to the bar with Andrew
Smiths.
When
it's
someone
the same
puts
100
on
songs.
Someone puts on Sublime, and no matter any bar I've ever been at with this guy in Long Beach, the moment a Sublime song comes on, Andrew's like, Sublime in Long Beach, how original. Top of his lungs every single time. Just loud enough to make sure.
I don't say it like nonchalant like that. I yell it.
Definitely loud enough for whoever played the song.
You got to rep your city, man.
Like if somebody's driving by and I hear Sublime, they're at a red light and in Long Beach.
You gonna say that about like if someone's playing a
Sublime in Long Beach, real original.
You gonna say that if someone's like playing Snoop Dogg, like Snoop Dogg in Long Beach, real original?
No, that's different.
Same shit.
Nah.
How's it different?
It is different.
How?
Because I fucking said so. All right.
See, Nestor. This is why Andrew's more intimidating than you.
Yeah, my only concern would be starting to tie back in, starting Giancarlo in a hostile environment in a different formation than he's going to play, that he's probably been practicing leading up to this, and that he's going to play every week following this. If he ends up having a bad game, you can't put that on him, but you're also not really building him to succeed if you put 5 men in the back against an okay Minnesota, drastically better than they were last year, but when everyone's healthy, even when we're kind of injury hit, a team that shouldn't be as good as us. Like it's a perfect game to leave him on the bench.
No, I mean you always got to worry about Darwin Quintero, man.
Isn't he hurt? Is he hurt? Somebody's hurt from Minnesota. I thought it was him.
Well, I know they got 2 red cards in the last game.
Yeah, they had 2 people sent off last week.
Quintero's been hurt. I'm not sure what his status is.
No, one person sent off last week.
Yeah, Gregus got
No, they have
off.
2.
No,
it's Jan Gregus and Francisco Calvo.
And Gregus was the one that scored against us in the first game.
Oh, that bomb, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't the bomb, but that
it's like
that Bingham should have got though.
Bings.
Oh, bingo.
Yeah, Francisco Calvo, who is I think a defender, and Jan Gregus.
Jan Gregus.
So their left back and their right side of their center midfield. Leave it, man. Quintero's going to play. He scored a goal off of.
Yo, sorry. Was there really more than one call? I just saw Ben tweeted out something about me.
I was actually going to wait till you finish that.
Was that my bad? My bad for all the people who called. I'm sorry.
Let's play it after this.
Yeah, we'll play it after this one.
Just so we can keep continuity of everybody blaming Ben. Keep that going as long as possible.
I love how Ben didn't say anything. He had to tweet it out though.
I know, what a dick.
He's like, I'm finally gonna get this fucker.
Some passive aggressive shit.
So what's your lineup then? And I mean, we pray to all the gods that we get no injuries and we don't need a substitute because.
And look,
all we have is defenders on the bench.
But again, that's what we operate in anyway. I mean, as long as Zlatan is the only forward, I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't traveling away. Like it might be a great game for a break. We're not going to play him this week and against RSL. Hopefully, I'd rather it would be. If anything, it'd be funny if we didn't play him against Minnesota at all because a lot of people bought tickets specifically to see him. So it would be great if everybody shows up and it's like Ethan Zubak, Emma Boateng playing it, center forward, and Zlatan's in a suit on the sideline. Like that would be nice. That would be great for me. I think in the end we end up playing it the exact same. Maybe if you feel a need to rotate, what are you rotating? Maybe Shelvik for a rough game, but even then, I think I think if we're moving people too much, you're going to damage some confidence. That's why Boateng's got to start.
Yeah, I think it's early enough in the season that we can risk playing someone on short rest.
Mm-hmm.
So do you just switch Antuna and Boateng? Have Boateng start on the left?
Well, that's basically what happened in the last game. Boateng stayed to his left side, and Antuna cut in a little bit more, but for the most part, he stayed to his right, and he dealt with it drastically better than he did last time he had to do it. But I think for the most part, you keep this going as long as you can. Maybe you start Juninho. Maybe you give him some minutes.
Yeah, but if the one thing you want to not fuck with
is midfield.
I wouldn't fuck with that.
That's what's hard. Yeah. Like that's what's really tough about rotating this team out. You have to start Zlatan. The midfield is the best midfield trio. I'll say it now, it's the best midfield trio in the league. Our wingbacks are getting it. Araujo is good. I'm hoping this isn't the game that he gets exposed. I could see that happening. Away, really confident I could see that happening. In a game that's probably going to be bigger than just his average MLS game. I could see him getting kind of caught up in it all, but he seems so confident. You just want him to keep going. But as best you can, save for injuries, you got to leave everybody. It's not like RSL's not beatable, on short rest or subbing a couple pieces here and there.
Just hope that we go up early, like 2 goals, and be like, all right, cool, shut it down.
I'd feel more comfortable switching people out against RSL at home because it's RSL
and it's home. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'd keep the same. I mean, obviously you got to switch someone out for Alessandrini. You bring in Boateng. But then you just keep everything else the same, and then you see where we're at on Thursday, and then find out what to play on Sunday.
We just pray to all the gods that no injuries, please, no injuries.
Yeah. RSL,
because we have no one to come off the bench to make an impact.
Well, that's it really. Like RSL, Minnesota are tied on points. Minnesota has 1 game in hand, partially due to the whole weird schedule thing they had at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but we know just looking at those two teams
which one was better.
Yeah.
So it's and Minnesota's got an extra game played than Kansas City, who's out of the playoffs, San Jose, who's just outside of the playoffs. I'm feeling drastically. Maybe give Giancarlo 30 minutes. See, depending on how the defense is going, give Steris a break. Give him 30 minutes, and then if he's good to go for those 30 minutes, you start him on Sunday. You let Steris get a nice little rest. Or maybe you do it for Polenta. Let him get a nice little rest.
I can see that Gonzalez would start come Sunday, like for sure.
He's got his paperwork.
I'd imagine. Yeah.
He's got the papers.
Been training with the team for a couple weeks. I mean,
I could see Sunday. Sunday makes sense, especially if he gets 25, 30 minutes and does very well.
All right, back to the email from Big Tony. Looking forward. Last time the G's faced Minnesota, they entered the game on a 4-game win streak, including preseason. Since then, they have only been able to win once, draw once, and 2 more losses. When they lost to us, it was without the help of Zlatan. The G scored 3 goals, Dos Santos, Pontius, and Leggett. Of course, that was at home, where LA is undefeated so far. But this time, the G's traveled to Minnesota for a Wednesday matchup to face an undermanned Minnesota team. In their last game, the Loons had 2 players, as we said, Jan Gregus and Francisco Calvo sent off in the closing minutes for ugly tackles, ensuring the Toronto victory 4-3. Currently, the G's are second, sitting on 18 points to Minnesota's 10, which is good enough for 6th place. Although they've had a rough record so far this season, 3-1, Minnesota hasn't had a problem scoring goals, as they have 17 on the campaign. The problem seems to be more on the defensive side, which has allowed 15 goals so far. And as I mentioned before, the G's need to score more goals as they only have 13 so far this year, and more than half by Zlatan. Our defense has been winning games as they have only allowed 7 goals. It's amazing what happens when you have high-quality defensive midfielders. So shall we move on to predictions then?
Well, do you want to play those calls or?
Let's just play the calls. Ben, play the calls.
What's up, guys? It's Ramses. Just want to say,
Oh, Ramses.
wow, we won that by the skin of our teeth. Holy shit, that was close. I hate to see our boy AJ get schooled like that by Polenta, but, you know, it has to be done. Anywho, lows of the game, Alessandrini. I hate to say this, man, but Romain Lettuce, I think we're done with him. Polenta.
Wow.
Not Polenta. I'm sorry, guys. Atunya. Sorry, also. Another one we're going to have to let go because, I mean, yeah, he may be on loan from 2 teams, but he's just not cutting it. I feel like we can do much better. Other than that, great overall by the whole team. Fantastic game. Also, side story, I ran into the Godfather above section 138. He took a look at me and said, "Hey, I have a jersey just for you." Took me down by where the trophy was, went down some doors, came back up with a jersey that fit. Shout out to the Godfather for hooking it up with a, I don't know if it's an authentic or a replica, but it's an LA Galaxy jersey that fits me. All right, guys. Love you guys. Keep it up.
Thank you, Ramses.
Amazing.
So I missed the story. What happened?
I mean, I just saw it on Facebook. He saw Kevin Hartman. The fuck? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that name? What? Why does that sound wrong to me?
You're thinking of Kevin
El
Hart.
Gato?
Yeah, Kevin
Okay.
Hart.
Yeah. All right.
You just have a stroke?
Yeah, I think so. It's like my mind went crazy. So he saw him and then he gave him a jersey. Apparently, according to this story, he took him down to the Champions Lounge too.
Wow.
To give it. I don't know what the jersey is, but it's fucking dope. It's what it is.
Was Kevin Hart trying to get him to go to second date? I mean,
all he's got to do is ask me.
Yeah.
No jersey needs to change hands.
Right?
he's like, "Here's a jersey, wipe up your face."
Yeah, he's like,
if Kevin Hartman is the chubby chaser, Ramsey's just lost some weight. You know, I'm over here, primed and ready.
Trying to slide in
There you
that
go.
spot.
All right, the next one, real quick.
Luis, section 138.
Oh, I gotta play Luis because he bitches all the time that we don't play Scott.
About the this is LA chant we were talking about on Twitter last week.
Oh, we were talking about this.
And I think that Thomas as well, or Klein, I think his name is. I don't know. He was talking about having a placard or that karaoke thing with the bouncing ball, the whole bit. Just calling you to remind you, and you don't have to play this with this.
You don't have to play this one, so he plays this one. Ben's the greatest.
Clearly, we don't pre-screen our calls.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, this is LA. I mean, I don't know why people don't chant that more.
It's a great time to have you in the studio. Do you know specifically what he's asking about?
Get in the stadium to
trying to get everyone in the stadium on board singing "This is LA." And I told him, I said, well, you don't need to get everyone in the stadium. You get 1,500 people singing that song together. You've got the chant down. It's done. I said you should start with the rafters. If you happen to listen to this show and you sit in the rafters, get it going. I mean, I assume Andrew and 138 will pick it up. If the ACB hear it, they have no reason but to pick it up.
Yeah, this is kind of a topic of discussion after the last game. Not specifically This is LA, but somebody had brought up that 137 is not chanting, and it kind of sucks like to sit like the first 10 rows of 137. It's just like kind of people just there. I get that. And then someone else said, I think it was Fredo, which he didn't call. He calls every time, right? Anyways, usually. So Fredo said that,
he's at a titty bar.
It's disheartening. He's like, it's disheartening. We're doing like the same chant, and they try to do chants like they count to 10 or, whatever's going on in the field, like old school Lars chants.
Yeah.
But if I can't hear it, then I can't do it. And if I turn around and see it and it's too late or whatever. So if you're worried about like stuff not being organic like it used to be, get like 5 people to do it and be loud enough for me to hear it. And then I'd
And it's really all it is.
I will do it. I will do any chant that gets started in the middle of nothing. So, yeah, that's just what I was.
Because the one thing you hate, and all three of us have spent a significant chunk of time in that box. The one thing you don't like as capoing during any period of time is just silence.
Yeah,
you're just dead, nothing. Silence
is your enemy.
It's the enemy.
You've got to crush it with your voice.
It's the thing you're trying to defeat.
You must attack it.
It's your White Walker.
Yeah.
You watch Game of Thrones this week?
I did.
All right, we got to talk about it because Hugo is apparently catching up and decided to text me. He was like, "Oh, Game of Thrones," and then I sent him a picture of the Game of Thrones I was watching. He's like, "I'm on season 5." It's like, why the fuck would you
text me about it?
Why doesn't your text include the episode and season you're on so I don't say anything after that? Like, what a fucking gamble that you have. You understand?
You could have said anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, silence is the enemy. And so if I can not have to start a chant and you start a chant, that makes my job easier.
That's it.
And if I can hear it, I'm all about it.
Because all you're doing is conducting.
That's one thing I do miss. I mean, I'm not trying to shit on the drummers right now. It's one thing I do miss about Ed drumming is that we had a rapport, and Ed could fill certain times with just drumming, something to get something started, which is something our drummers do not.
They
do
wait
currently.
for the.
I got to.
They get there.
It's not their fault.
Chemistry building.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Chemistry building.
Me and Ed have this rapport. We could just look at each other.
To the specific caller,
we just look into his eyes and he's like, "I know what you're thinking."
Put things in your mind. To the specific caller, you need to get a group of people. Get 20 people together, 30 people together. Wherever you're sitting, talk to the people in your section. If you want something different, because trust me, when we first sat down, listen to episode 1 of this show. This isn't exactly natural for us. If you want something different, you're going to have to go outside of your box. You're going to have to go outside of your comfort zone. And that might mean meeting all the people in the section around you. And if you already know all the people in the section around you, you need to go talk to them and say, "Hey, on 3, this is what we're going to do." And if you sit close to Lars, let Andrew know ahead of time, "Hey, at this time, I'm going to try to do this song. Can you guys get on board?" But if
maybe don't do that. But
if he can hear it, but if you can hear it, you're gonna get involved. And if it's I don't know where if he said where he sits, but you're gonna need to get.
Luis always sits by the drum, which actually we have a bunch of people that are really loud that stand by the drum. Maybe we should branch those people out. Spread out.
That's what we used to do. Like we'd have them and said we used to halfway
go
up and like
we would go up to the rafters to get songs going.
Far be it for me to tell someone where to sit, or stand. But yeah, maybe that'll help.
But we're open to the idea. Yeah. Andrew, as lead capo of Lars, sounds open to the idea.
They also could just do not a bouncing ball thing, but on the screen do a video with lyrics on the bottom. That seemed like that hard.
Yeah, that's one step away from piping in music or in sound.
If you put
another stadium about 13 miles away.
Well, yeah,
I heard about that shit.
It's 5 lyrics. Come on, not that hard. And it's not that hard to learn. Just learn the fucking song. Yeah. It's really not that hard, and they play it every game. It's not like it's a surprise. Oh wow, they're playing the song this week. Who would have known that they're playing "This Is L.A."
Our city, our home.
Yeah. Anyways,
we could do a specific time period to do it.
At least to get people around used to
30th minute or something like that. Yeah, for sure. There's all things that we can explore. Come talk to me at the tailgate.
There you go. You can find Andrew there.
Solutions.
All right, let's get our predictions in. Who was the loser? I guess Chris.
I guess it'd be me.
Because you
did you get? You got a point.
I didn't
get a point. Yeah. And Benny got a point. I got 2 points. You got 2 points.
You did.
Fucking bitch.
Minnesota away.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I predicted a tie. So.
What's the score?
2-2.
Who's your goal scorers?
Both Zlatan.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant the last game. That was the last game.
Oh, the last game. Okay.
Yeah, my bad. So I don't know.
You want to go first?
I'll go.
You
first.
want rock paper scissors?
You think about it. I'll let you think. I'll
go
first. He's got a little research to do.
Apparently.
You got time. I'll fill it out right now.
Love it.
I'm going to go ahead and say that the Galaxy are going to come away with 3 points.
Okay.
It's going to be 3-2. So I do think we're going to give up some goals because we're due for some goals. And our goal scorers will be 2 from Zlatan and 1 from
It's hard
Shelvik.
The other one, right?
Really?
Wow, that's a fucking
bounce back
call.
Bounce back game.
Wow.
Okay. That would be a bounce back.
Tucker.
I mean, he'll still suck, but the goals will come from him, the 2 goals. But I'm gonna say he scores.
At least he's given up at least 1 penalty, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the same mood as Andrew. I've got 2-1. I'm gonna roll with 2-1. Zlatan actually somehow fucking keeps it going, and I'm gonna give him both. I'm gonna take the easy route out, and 2 goals to Zlatan. Hopefully he plays. 2 goals to Zlatan and 2-1.
I am gonna predict a 2-2 draw.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Andrew's prediction from last week. And I will predict Zlatan with. God, it's hard not to say both of them. So I'm gonna go with both of them. No, I'll go with 1. 1 for Zlatan, and then 1 for. I'll say Corona.
That smells amazing.
Benjamin, your prediction, sir.
So the Galaxy are underdogs this week for the first time in a long time.
Oh, you and your fucking betting stats.
And even 538 has them as underdogs. So according to the line, they are supposed to score 1.3 goals this game, and Minnesota is scoring 1.9 goals this game. So I actually like Ed's score. I'm gonna go 2-2, and I think Zlatan's gonna get 1.
Come on, dude.
I think Jonah's due. So I'm gonna go Zlatan and Jonah. 2-2.
Jonah is due.
Why are you jocking me, dog?
Wow. Jocking me?
Dog.
An episode of Moesha?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Whatever, Ben. Fucking think for yourself, dude.
And we're working on a sponsor for the odds segment, by the way.
Are we really?
Yeah, we may have one by as soon as next week.
Hey.
We're gonna get one of those betting guys, those guys that do like early
With
weekend morning shows on
something like that.
Josh the Greek.
Yeah.
sports radio.
Something like that.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
I'm down with that.
Right on.
I didn't even know that.
All
No
right.
one in Vegas has made as much money as I have in the last 6 months. I've got NBA predictions, NHL predictions.
Let's just get the guy who's on like what is it? Not Family Feud. What's the one that comes after the Price is Right? God damn it! Not Price is Right. Jeopardy. There's a guy like who's like
Wheel of Fortune?
no. There's a guy on Jeopardy who's like a Vegas sports bettor. That's his job.
Who's on right now?
Who's like on like a 12.
He's on Jeopardy right now.
He's like on 12-day.
He's the second guy ever to win $1 million.
Oh fuck, I haven't seen.
But he
Jeopardy
like
in a
he
few-
goes into it with like a Vegas
few weeks,
mentality
I
where he's
guess.
like he bets everything. Like he's good and like he won like 140,000 on one day.
I guess he's
Oh,
pissing
so
Jeopardy people
when
off.
me and my brother see people that like bet less than or like a really low amount for double jeopardies, we always go fucking pussies. Just fucking bet it all. Just fucking
Be a
bet some
man.
money. Bet some money.
And that's where this dude is just like he's like letting it ride.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
I
he's
need to
going
watch
for it.
I need to watch Jeopardy.
He's winning like 140,000 and like the second and third place is like 4,000.
And he's
like
apparently
nowhere-
he's a dick about it.
Like nowhere
Awesome.
near him. Yeah.
awesome.
And
That's
he's
amazing.
gonna beat that dude who made the record early.
Ken
Like
Jennings.
he's gonna beat
Ken
him in
Jennings.
like half the
Ken
time
Jennings,
he's in it.
Ken Jennings was on there for like 70 shows or
Yeah.
something like that. That's crazy.
Is it fucked up? Ken Jennings is famous for being on Jeopardy.
No, I don't think that's fucked up.
But like,
We should make
How often do you
people
watch
more
Jeopardy?
famous for watching. When I'm at home in the Valley, I watch it almost every day. But I don't have cable, or I don't watch TV at
In
here,
the
so I
Long
don't
Beach.
watch it. Yeah.
All right, Chris, we do have a new
we have a new segment this week.
segment. Yes, well, on the website. Yeah.
Well, it's on the website. We also have a shortened version for the podcast. So, Jamie Bacon, I don't know if you know her. She is now Jamie Bacon.
I do.
Squadcast contributor. I wish I had it pulled up ahead of time.
I'll pull it up.
But she's going to do a little segment for us every week, hopefully, as long as time and her schedule permits.
She's at JME Marie Bacon. I mean, come on, Jamie.
Do it one more time.
JME
Okay.
Marie Marie Bacon
On the tweet
on the
machines.
tweeters. You might want to update that girl. Update it to Jamie Bacon Squadcast.
Yeah. But she's gonna do a segment for us every week called A Slice of Bacon, which I'm down with. What she's gonna do. This is what I love it. Other people doing work we don't have to do. She is going to preview games from around the league that's actually going to affect the Galaxy standing without us having to do any of that research.
Amazing.
We're going to have a short form version for the podcast, so we're going to read out every week, no different than Squadcast FIFA rundown. And then on the website at riotsquadcast.com, You can find her. I guess we'll go ahead and tweet that link out.
Oh, it's a twofer.
It's a twofer.
Look
Yeah.
at you.
She does
website content and content for the podcast.
And I've done nothing. I've done zero work for this.
He had to email Josh, and like that's literally all he had to do.
Copy, paste. And then Josh even posted it. I didn't have to do any of that. But there's going to be a long form version of this on the website. It'll go up every single week, and it's just all the results you should pay attention to around the galaxy that aren't exactly the galaxies. So for this week, she has it's titled "The Wild Wild West" on the website. Because the West is fucking nuts again. It's awesome. So with the race in the West being so tight, every game played by the current top 4 teams are must watch. As it stands, LAFC is in first place with 22 points, the Galaxy second place with 18 points, Seattle in third with 16 points, and Dallas in fourth also with 16 points. This week, the LA Galaxy and Seattle pulled double duty with a midweek and weekend game. The Galaxy face Minnesota away and RSL at home. Both games are winnable, but nothing is guaranteed. Seattle will see San Jose at home and a rematch with LAFC also at home. In a perfect world, they draw LAFC, giving both teams minimum points. However, they have major adjustments to make before that second matchup. Dallas will also face San Jose, which 9 times out of 10 is an easy win. But after the beatdown San Jose put on Kansas City, this really is anyone's game. Each of these matchups will have major impact on the order for the top 4 next week. If you want to read her getting more in depth with that, you can go to riotsquadcast.com, and we'll have the link tweeted out on our Twitter account.
Right on.
So thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
Slice of bacon every week's nice and easy.
So yeah, go check out the website riotsquadcast.com. Benjamin, do you have the lightning round questions for us, sir? Pew, pew, pew.
Jose Orozco is
pew,
like,
pew, pew, pew.
What a badass last name. I wish my last name was Bacon.
It is pretty cool. All right, let's get some lightning round questions. Benjamin.
So first of all, if you have a lightning round question, you can email the show at Rise Podcast.
Email us.
It's a gamble, but you can do it.
Yeah. Or you can send it to Ed at riotsquadcast.com and it'll get read.
Sometimes.
All the time.
Sometimes.
All the time.
More than your emails.
That's true, especially since I'm trying to look it up because you caught me a little off guard.
You're terrible at this. It's in the fucking Discord. I keep posting it.
It's the whole. Okay, I got one. Okay.
Ed, go ahead.
He did say that.
From
Andrew's here.
He did say that he's not paying attention to the Discord.
From our Twitter.
But there are things I don't pay attention to in my job. I'm at fault for that.
From our Twitter.
I'm not saying I'm not at fault. Andrew's here, so I have not listened to much of anything.
From our Twitter and our patron Shane, who is a $20 contributor, one of our guys we need to get our away.
We got to come up with this Frankie Haydock level.
That's
I'm ready to do a podcast.
So he has a couple questions, so let's do it real quick. Number one, what should the Galaxy do with Austin Drini? Or he calls him Drini.
Drini? Nothing. Wait.
Offer him a non-DP contract?
If you can negotiate it, yeah.
Yeah, negotiate him down to non-DP.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Quick, make it quick.
Probably should get negotiated to non-DP, just you didn't want to see that happen for Gio. That wasn't the reason that should ever happen.
Absolutely.
Right.
But to do it for injuries and him not being on the field for
that one's fair.
A third of the season.
2.2 million designated players should never really happen if it's avoidable.
Yeah. All right. His second question is the Galaxy team flying under the radar and why?
Yeah, I would say we are flying a little bit under the radar. The power rankings were just released and we're number 2, so that doesn't help us. But yeah, I would say we are flying a little bit under the radar. You see other MLS fans talking about how great LAFC is, and that's great. They are playing really well, but you don't really see people talking about, this Galaxy's burning up the league, So I would say we are being a little underrated.
The talking heads are definitely all about LAFC. I think people in the know, and I first admit I'm inside of a Galaxy bubble, but people in the know seem to understand what we've been building and what we're working on. I think our 2 games in hand kind of hurt that argument because you still have to win those games and you have to perform in those games. But we win those 2 games in hand, we're sitting top of the Supporter Shield race.
Yeah. We haven't done that in a while.
It's been a little bit, but it's like in the turnaround and what we've done so quickly, I think people are waiting for all the pieces to kind of fall into place.
Yeah, I definitely think we're flying under the radar. I think we're still not at our best in our peak. So I think, the best is yet to come. So yeah. His third question is who's going to die this week in Game of Thrones?
Oh, that's a long list, man. So look,
Gandalf.
Spoilers. jump ahead 30 seconds.
Well, it's not a spoiler because we're guessing.
Well, it's like, again, Hugo's idiotic self.
Hugo, stop listening.
Yeah, Hugo's 30 seconds.
If you're 3 seasons back, I mean...
Yeah, if you haven't watched up until this point, you just stop listening if you care.
I just posted the slice of bacon and from our Twitter, and the moment I did that, Gaspin posted a link, and I want to go into his post and post that same one and be like, why are you being a dick, man? Why are you trying to bury our shit?
Game of Thrones, who's going to die?
Yeah.
Brienne of Tarth.
Josh?
Okay.
Yeah. Her story's done.
I think Grey Worm's dead.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. The moment he was like, let's run away together, she's done.
And I kind of feel everyone in the Crips is going to die.
I mean, everyone has to understand.
Something's going to happen in the Crips. We don't know what
if the Night King shows up, he's just going to raise everyone who's in the crypt, right?
Right.
But
see, that's what was my thing is like, what's the timeline of like the bodies? How fresh do they have to be?
Well, no. There's skeletons, so it doesn't matter.
But I mean, it's been over 1,000 years, like since he's been back.
So there's people that think this could be its own Patreon thing, to be honest. But there's people that think that the dead Starks, are somehow going to prevent the Night King from being able to like do anything.
So Bran the Builder is the man who built the wall,
right,
and imbued it with magic, which is why it stayed up so long. He also built Winterfell and built the Winterfell Crips. So it's not the gang, although that's the fucking title of this episode.
And
built the Crips,
the Winterfell Crips.
There's magic within the Crips too.
Yeah, if he's imbued it with magic, that might somehow allow the Starks to come up and kind of rise against. And all the Stark children seem to have warging abilities, so there appears to be some magic in there. But Brienne of Tarth.
And then Elizabeth at Sunken Tuna asked, "Do you think Alessandrini will make it through the summer transfer window?"
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone that would transfer for him from outside the league.
He's a big personality, on the team. The team plays well, even when he's on, and if he's not playing as well. If that guy gets back to where he was, we're unstoppable.
And then she also asked, "Should I skip Sunday's home game in order to watch Game of Thrones?"
No.
I'll let you answer that.
Amy. No.
Oh.
And Amy, I know you're listening or will be listening. Don't not come to the game for Game of Thrones.
It's not. Look,
you're not
Game of Thrones will be
that much. You'll be able to watch it when you get home.
You're not going to get spoiled at the Galaxy game.
And if someone spoils it, I'll beat them up for you because I will beat them up.
There you go.
Myself.
There you go. All right, Benjamin, do you have the emails up?
Yeah, I do. We got a couple. First one is from a man called Bixby, and he emails, "Harry Jorgen is still not showing great quality with the G's, with bad passing, errors, sketchy defense. Is it time to bring in Romney?"
Romney's never going to play for this team if it's up to
Dave Romney is
GBS.
Like, you got to move on, man.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Shelvik and Felcher both really get way more hate than he deserves. We are.
Can I answer his question?
Please.
Yes, it's time to bring up Romney.
Wow.
Rocket Romney. He's our future left back.
Rocket Romney.
Wait, Jorgen Shelvik's like 28 years old.
Fuck, is he really?
Yeah, Todd Donovan played till he was, 33, 34?
I thought Shelvik was older. Damn it.
He seems that way, right? Yeah, he's like 28 years
old.
old.
Well, when's he out of contract? This year?
He has one more year.
Oh, no one knows. No one ever knows.
Next year's an option.
But we've given up 7 goals. We're tied for the least amount of goals given up in the season.
That doesn't make him right.
And we would be one under that and have given up the least amount of goals if the ref didn't call a penalty 2 feet outside of the box in his last game. They're playing well.
That doesn't make it right.
Yes,
they're playing well, and Polenta was at fault for 3 of the 7 goals we've given up.
So
directly.
He also wants your guys' take on the Pipo Steres conundrum. What do you do?
You're gonna bench Steres.
You're gonna bench Steres, yeah. I mean,
you're not gonna change it like the lineup I suggested. You're not gonna put 5 in the back. It's not gonna happen.
You know what I would like?
And I can't imagine Steres continuing the form that he does. Yeah. There's no way.
It's got to cap it.
Yeah, it's got to stop.
You know what I would like? I mean,
you don't know.
I'm a Newcastle United fan.
GBS might be like somehow getting magic out of him.
We play 5 in the back, but it's really like 3 center backs and 2 wing backs, like who are pressed up full on into the attack.
Well, that's what I imagine ours would be.
That's what I would kind of like, especially if you have Romney sitting on the bench who can fill in literally any of those 5 spots. I mean, why? It's just, but I guess it takes off one of the attacking threats. You'd lose the 3-man mid. But if you're only playing the 1 forward, like Newcastle plays 2 up top, if you're just playing the 1 forward, you could still keep the 3 men in the midfield.
Well, I think you kind of have to either you play 2 men up top or you play him as like a false striker because that's the whole point of having the 5 and to run
the overlap.
Yeah.
So it's
not even the overlap. It's just the lap.
Your mic's not on.
No, it's all good.
Andrew brought up that it's not an overlap.
Shark Boy sent a message in.
Shark Boy.
He's got a question about VAR, but he goes on to say Julian was amazing. Great long ball to kickstart a solid defense and covering where we needed it. Why isn't he getting hyped like Efren is?
Oh, I definitely think he's starting to build.
I would say there is a pretty big hype right now, especially after that.
Araujo?
Yeah. Especially after that last game. We've seen a lot of people on Twitter.
He's not getting hyped in the same way Efrain is. I believe he's older. And
he's a year older.
But we've also
barely, because Efren's about to turn 17.
Yeah, it's not like it's crazy.
But it's I think chiefly also it's we've had some years to kind of get on the Efren hype train when he was down in G2 and when he was on the academy. Araujo, he didn't come out of nowhere if you watch G2, but for the average Galaxy fan, the lay Galaxy fan, he wasn't there. We had no one else at right back, and then he was there at right back.
It's also hard to shine in a lower setting as a right back. You know what I mean? Like,
and then
the least sexy, and especially how bad G2 was.
Yeah, I think definitely the fact that he's a defender and Efren's an attacker.
Do yourself a favor on Twitter. Go find the Scuffed podcast, and they literally in GIF form break down Julian Araujo that entire game. It is amazing. It's at ZLEBMADA, but just Scuffed is what they're named on Twitter. But it's literally a whole thread of just GIFs of all these things that he's done throughout the game, and it's for a 17-year-old man, it's crazy. It's amazing.
Then he wants your take on VAR and the penalty call.
I mean, we already said it's bullshit. It's clearly 2 feet outside the box.
It's useless to have if you're not going to use it.
Yeah, I don't even use it just in order to get things right.
I just don't trust the people that are looking at it to be able to.
Who reffed that last game?
Jair Marufo.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah. Any person who's
if it's somebody you know, if you know the answer to that question, it's a bad thing.
Yeah. Benjamin, anything else?
That's it.
That is it. Christopher, do you want to give us? Is there a FIFA update?
Yeah,
we finished our draft.
We finished. Oh, yeah, right. We want to talk about
this.
We do have. Let's talk about our teams really quick.
I'm already mad.
Who do you have at? Because you're in the second division.
I'm in second division. We got the J League. My goodness, the J League teams are terrible. I mean, just really bad. And my pick was like the 14th pick in the league, so I got a really bad team. Shimizu S Pulse.
Okay.
Hell yeah,
that's a dope name though.
Yeah,
that's like those stand-up arcade machines like Galaga. Like that's the kind of name. It's like, oh man, I'm playing fucking Shinzu S Pulse.
Shimizu. I mean, my
brother got Urawa Reds.
I saw their jersey and their crest looks fucking clean though.
Yeah, their fans are pretty dope.
They're like the best fans in Japan. Yeah, I mean easily.
Like, just go look up Urawa Reds.
See, I didn't even know. I thought they were just the Reds. I didn't know they were Red Diamonds, or did they change?
No, that's like their song. They're like Diamonds. What? Yeah, look it up. Just look at Diamonds.
Because I remember they were always Urawa Reds. But I don't remember they were
owned by Mitsubishi.
Oh, maybe that's why. Mitsubishi's logo is a red diamond.
Fucking fall down a hole.
Anybody?
J-League.
Nope.
Nobody here. Okay, all right, cool. I just got my random knowledge.
Do you want to see the mascot to my team that I'm playing with?
That's awesome.
It's like a rat.
That's
like it's like a Chuck E. Cheese rat with wings.
No, there's that dog from the '94 World Cup. It's like a shitty version of that.
But there's also not only him. But there's also a girl version that they have. So they,
the mascot, the actual mascot's pretty cool though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like the drawing looks pretty hokey and really 90s, but
oh man,
that's kind of cool.
They're so bad. Like the top rated guy on my team is like a 68.
What's his name?
That's rough.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Shinsuke something.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
Who did you get, Andrew?
I got Fluminense.
Because we're up in the first division.
Yes, we are.
In the first division, we're doing Copa Libertadores teams.
Well, countries.
Leagues,
yeah. So Liga MX, Chile, Colombia, Argentina, and Brazil, which are in the games. So I got a Brazilian team. What's kind of dope about this year is everybody's going to be pretty close. Yeah. And what else is dope about this season is Bear Squad.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's so dumb.
It's going to get you relegated. Explain the Bear Squad.
No, it's not. We're going to someone from the Bear Squad's going to win.
You don't. This is my problem.
And we have someone that's going to be able to win the last season this upcoming weekend.
Does it count if you started the gang after the
Yeah,
fact?
it doesn't matter. We're not bothered.
Retroactive.
We're not bothered by bees. All right, we don't do.
Apparently, you're so not bothered that you had to start your own little crew. But
Thank
whatever.
Thank you.
Just look at the people. Just look at the people that I started this with.
So not bothered.
Look at the people that I started this with. Vegan gamer Scott, my man Scott,
top class guy,
amazing, right?
It's because he can't have honey. That's
really,
why.
really good, right?
He's vegan,
Yeah.
But think about his FIFA skills. What are his FIFA skills?
He's
amazing.
Give him a J
He's
League
good.
team. I want to see him do.
He will.
He probably
he
actually
will.
would.
Decline.
How he got Man City?
Yeah.
Decline, who's Liverpool this season, is about to beat Gerber.
Yeah. Hashtag fear the bees.
Gerber.
Go Gerber. Oh Gerber.
And then Poise Sushi, my man Memmer, is also
that dude's a genius.
Kevin Baxter, kind of a creative genius.
Let me find that account.
And then myself. I mean, we're gonna wreck. And then next season after this, we're all gonna have top picks, and it's gonna fuck Hugo shit up. Fuck his shit up. Your shit's whack. Bees are whack. You picked a shitty mascot. Your whole shit's whack. Your whole crew's whack.
But
Mario almost got relegated over here talking shit. Gerber's lost in a final twice and is about to be 3 times now. He's the fucking New England Revolution of this league.
Oh, that's harsh.
Hugo's garbage.
His fighting words.
Hugo loses in the first round of the playoffs every fucking time. Come at me.
This is my only concern. This is my only concern regarding you getting relegated. As you see, Ed, listeners, this is an entity that operates on hatred. This is someone who doesn't do well.
If it wasn't for the fact that they started the B gang,
he wouldn't care. The only reason he cares is that
someone started a
group that had nothing to do with him.
Don't pretend like they didn't make that. They formed that against me. They formed that against me.
Ed,
they formed that against me.
Ed, I grew up with this exact same mentality.
Listen, don't come at the king.
So
you best not miss.
They didn't.
You best not miss.
They started their own little thing.
Look.
No one came at you. It had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with you until you provoked the people who did something.
I won.
You know,
season 3. I won in season 3, and all of a sudden, these people had to come at me, and they had to form a group to do it. They couldn't just do it individually.
I mean, no one came at you.
They did. They absolutely did.
You're so crazy.
All right, we got to move on. All right,
resetting. Sorry, after dealing with all that, Jason Poise Sushi at Poise Sushi on Twitter is now the Squadcast FIFA insider. I mean, I don't know what phrase we're using for him.
The Squadcast Times, I think, is what
He's
they
the
call
Squadcast Times. Yeah, so we do have a printed out Squadcast Times.
Yeah, that's what.
And so so we're just going to read it verbatim. He's also running an account, Andrew, if you wouldn't mind finding it for me. Oh, there it is. At Squadcast Baxter. So he's created a Kevin Baxter side along. This whole thing's getting out of hand.
It's not getting out of hand. It's getting in hand.
He's created a Kevin Baxter side account. So it's at Squadcast Baxter, and he's going to be running the Squadcast Times for the Squadcast FIFA group. He's going to do a write-up for us every week, no different than Slice of Bacon. Again, if you want to contribute to the show, it's everyone's show. Like, help make it the one you want. So thank you, Jason, who also created when he announced the team he had, I don't know if you saw the video. It's 2.5 minutes announcement video to top, because Scott did this
after 20 hours of not choosing a team.
A long time to get his choice. So when he finally had an opportunity to do it, he is.
No, he didn't take long. He took like 3 hours. It was.
It was the second
Adrian.
division.
Adrian took fucking forever.
No, it was the Poise Sushi that took like 20 hours.
No, he didn't. He took like 3 hours. He already had his pick. He just wanted to do this video.
Oh, he made it.
Was that okay?
Yeah.
So
because I remember Scott kept posting like,
no,
my daughter was born 9 months ago, and
Jason still hasn't
picked.
Yeah, because it was the last pick.
Okay.
It was the couple guys before him. Well, it wasn't even a couple. It was just 2 guys before him. Adrian, Texas 41, hurry your shit up, or make a video if you're not gonna pick for fucking 20 hours.
At least do something. Contribute. But he did this awesome announcement video. We'll retweet it again. He picked Medellin and in Colombia, and he played the role of he wears a lot of hats now. He played the role as like a drug dealer type who was announcing
of all the clubs you pick.
Hey, if it gave us, he was at the bottom, man. All the top teams were gone.
You have like 6 leagues to pick up. There's got to be.
There was definitely teams that he could have picked. That
couple
were
of quality teams. Amazing.
Yeah, there was only one Chilean team picked. I almost picked it, but Jesus picked it before me, and I was gonna rep Chile real fucking hard. Yeah. But now I didn't pick him. So
that is what I'm enjoying. Before I read the squad guy, I'm enjoying people are getting fucking behind their teams now.
Yeah.
I was looking at, I got San Lorenzo de Almagro, I think I don't know how to pronounce it.
San Lorenzo.
But it's San Lorenzo, and I the night I drafted him, I stayed up, I read their whole Wikipedia page. I've been listening to
the Pope,
the Ultra.
Are you Catholic now?
The Pope, no, God no.
God's team.
It's started by San Lorenzo Mazza, I think his last name was, and Almagro, or however you pronounce it, is the city that or the little subsection they played in. The team got started because these youths were playing outside in the street and it was dangerous. So the Pope or the father said, "Hey, come play behind the church. I'll give you a place to play. You just have to come to mass every week." And so they named the team after him, and been going through all that. It's the last of the Argentinian Big Fives and all the rivalries. It's I like seeing people learn about new teams. It's the whole point kind of behind it. So it's been amazing. So we have the Squadcast Times by @Poi Sushi. Jason, thank you again, sir. The season 4 final has been set. It seems as Jer Bear has reached the final 2 seasons in a row. Yay. Jer Bear and his Watford squad have defeated Scott and Man City with a score of an aggregate 8-7. Their last 2 games were crazy. 3 games rather. After 3 games as the big tiebreaker. This series came down to a 3rd game after they both destroyed each other 5-1 in the first 2 games, leading to a tie of 6-6. This led to Jer Bear getting the dub over Scott 2-1 in the 3rd leg. Third leg. Jer Bear will now go on to face Decline. So we got a nice B Bear situation going.
I'm telling you, we started this shit off strong.
All these Bears can't beat a Watford team? Okay, for sure.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So we got, let's see,
Man City.
Man City.
He didn't play me.
Man City, whatever.
It's tough to control, that Troy Deeney. Doesn't matter how much oil money you're spending. Troy Deeney is one of those big, wily strikers.
Yeah.
Jer Bear will now go on to face Decline 44 in the final. Both squads are primed and ready to take each other on, with Salah and Delafeu leading their respective teams in goals. Stats-wise, the edge goes to Jer Bear with an astonishing 121 goals scored and 28 goals conceded this entire season. Liverpool proves to have a killer squad, however, with Salah, Sadio Mane, Firmino, and Jordan Henderson. All right.
Those names, one of those names does not belong with the others,
Did you run out of people to name? Who the fuck settles with Jordan? Like Virgil van Dijk? What's the keeper's name? Allison? Sure.
Why is Jordan Henderson playing?
I don't understand. I never understand why he plays at all. For Liverpool, it's crazy. On the squad causing havoc. The final is scheduled for next week. Season 5's draft is complete. All players, new and old, finally have chosen their teams after a insane 72 hours long for the draft. All right. So the draft for season 5 is finished. Originally leaked by Commissioner Hugo on his Twitter, the players got to see who picked first and who picked the best, with D1 and D2 both choosing teams from their respective leagues, with multiple players calling foul over the draft randomization. Again, I see the video. He randoms it 5 times, 1 for each cup, because that's a lucky number so far. Multiple players complained to the commissioner about their places, except members and lovers of the #B gang. It did work out pretty well. I'm not going to lie. That's why I have a team that's in 27th fucking place in Argentina. The most notable choices is Mazza with Racing Club. I guess that's how to pronounce it. Jer Bear with Gremio. Rodrigo with Buenos Aires. Turbo Tortoise with River Plate. Scott with Lanús. That was a great presentation as well.
Yeah.
Decline with Vélez Sarsfield, Gilberto with Chivas, and Jason with Atlético Club Nacional. Go check out his pick announcement. It took him like 2 hours, man. It really was nice. We'll retweet it from ours again. For guys in the booth, Zero chose Palmeiras. Oh, fuck. I mean, San Lorenzo. Zero must be very happy to be repping his old friend Fabrizio Colacini, which is why I picked San Lorenzo. And the Pope. Ed chose Shimizu S-Pulse. Got that right?
Yep.
Which does not have Lucas Podolski, Fernando Torres, Andres Iniesta, or David Villa. So who knows how he will be able to get promoted.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
All the other teams have been posted in the respective sheet, and the conferences have already been announced along with the schedules. Make sure to get your payments into Commissioner Hugo by this weekend, since the beginning of this season will probably start this weekend. Newest faction. Let's be honest. Everyone is scared of Bears. After the last pick of the draft, Andrew Alessandro dropped a bombshell to the Squadcast FIFA League with the formation of the newest faction, #Bear Squad. The new faction, #Bear Squad,
Bear Squad,
consisting of Andrew, David, Scott, and Jason, has been widely feared by all members of the Squadcast League. That seems dubious.
Let's be fair. Like, Scott seems more like an otter, right? He's not really a bear.
Listen, he's a bear. When you're a bear, you're a fucking bear.
More like a
right?
twink.
Yeah.
He's more like...
I think they call it cub.
Twink versatile.
So I did legit look up like what we're going to call ourselves, and I ventured in some strange places on Twitter. Let's put it that way.
I feel like there was a lot of options besides, like, phrases known for large, hairy gay men.
Well,
they wanted to go with Goo Girls.
I was going to do
but...
bear boys with a Z, and
worse.
no, there wasn't that. There was just a bunch of dudes like back in 2013 that would go to whatever the mountain is and snowboard.
How much accidental gay porn did you view?
It's not a lot of gay porn, but a lot of real gay tweets, like real gay stuff. Yeah, I fumbled into it. Yeah.
It's a.
I did see
2019.
one. I did see one where there was like 6 dudes without shirts on and like just full hairy chested.
This is going on so long.
Hashtag Bear Squad.
Bear Squad.
That wasn't on Bear Squad. That was another one. That was like Bear Gang or Bear something. Something I didn't choose. So.
They do. Sorry, I just carried on reading. It says widely feared by all members of the Squadcast League, has been screwed over by the inferior hashtag B Gang by giving the members of hashtag Bear Squad near the bottom picks. They do not care, however, since bears eat honey and bears don't give a shit about the hive.
You don't give a fuck about no bees.
So we're going to do power rankings of 4 people, 5 points for first, 4 points for second, 3 for third, 2 for fourth, and 1 for fifth. Stupid votes or wrong conferences will be removed. The preseason power rankings, these preseason rankings have been, this is already way longer than I thought it'd be. These preseason rankings have been predetermined by multiple, I'm not doing any of it. Have been predetermined by multiple anonymous people determining who they see as early on favorites in each conference. The positions were added up to these power rankings. Conference 1, we have Boca Juniors, Rodrigo, and Vélez Sarsfield for decline tied at 1. Tigres with, Renee with Tigres rather, at number 2. Jerbear with Gremio at number 3. Scott with Lanús at number 4.
Lanús.
And Sam.
It's like anus, but like with an L.
Well, it's not us. It's Oos.
Lanús.
It's anus. Lanús.
That would be Lanus.
Lanús.
And Sam with Pumas.
Lanus. I like Lanus better.
Conference 2, we have Maza with Racing Club, Turbo Tortoise with River Plate, Hugo with Independiente, right?
Who?
Independiente.
Hugo.
Who?
Hugo.
Who?
Hugo.
It's gonna be forgotten this season.
Andrew with Fluminense, right?
I think
Hugo.
I think Andrew's gonna kill Hugo.
And Gilbert with Atletico Mineiro. Everybody calm down. It's a different Gilbert. This one's actually good at FIFA.
This is Gilbert's.
Yeah,
wow.
This Gilbert chose Chivas, and there was like a ton of better teams ahead of him. But
I mean,
no hate in his game, you know.
Are they like going to be in the relegation this next season?
He said it was his grandfather's team. That was his reason behind it. In Division 2, we have Kashima.
I thought winning ain't about nothing but us, dude.
Pop's gonna be happy if you're in the first division. Kashima Antlers Laren Jr. with Kashima Antlers at number 1, Requeno 85 and Sagan Tosu at number 2. Dave from LA is Our House with Vissel Kobe at number 3. Tony Odom with Kawasaki FC at number 4, and _D Santi at number 5 with Gamba Osaka.
That's my boy Dennis, man.
Oh, okay, right on. So yeah, that rounds out
Dennis the Klaus.
No. my other friend Dennis.
That rounds out our power rankings for the 2 top conferences and the 2 divisions.
Can I suggest that this needs to be like whittled down so much?
Listen, bitch, is gonna run long because I'm here. All right.
This
so
is
we
what
don't give a fuck.
This is
Bears
what we
don't
need.
give a fuck.
Jason, if the part for the show could be a little shorter, and then you can do a long form one. We'll put it up on the website.
There you go.
Jason, do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're a bear.
It's really.
It's gonna get so sexual so fast.
Did you get the time for that one? Because I want to drop off Jason. Do whatever the fuck you want. You're a bear. You're an awful producer. Jen, how fucking old are you?
He's playing Jen on the phone. What the fuck?
All right, I think it's been a 2-hour show, which we tried to make it.
You could be in with your family right now. What are you doing?
We came in here, we're like, let's try to make it like an hour.
Hey, man.
Double that.
Andrew's a bear, man.
I gotta press stop. That's the only reason I'm still here.
Andrew's a bear. He does what he wants.
Benjamin, do you want to play that outro music so we can get out of here?
Super fast.
Go,
Sorry.
super fast. Go.
Michael, to protect your identity, just in case, I was thinking about it, and I don't think it works really well to put your first and last name out there. We just went with Michael. We did find a listener who is able to remove Galaxy games off of his TiVo. So we are cataloging those and we're going to make those available for people to be able to rewatch Galaxy games if they want, especially as long as we're dealing with Spectrum. Sorry, I should say. Hypothetically,
this might be happening.
Hypothetically, we could have found out how to get games off of TiVo. Hypothetically, we could have figured out how to upload them to the cloud. And if we were able to do that, and you got in touch with us, we might be able to get you a link to rewatch Galaxy games locally, since Spectrum and ESPN and MLS really are fucking local fans.
If that were a thing that could happen.
If that were a thing that would happen, we might be the institution that could hook you up with that. But for the listener who was able to facilitate this, and I'm going to be dead honest, I'm just the voice here. Michael has done all the work, and you are outstanding, sir. He's going to figure out how to get this, hypothetically, if he could. He would figure out how to get this automated so that it's happening regularly without him needing to necessarily be active into this. So, yeah, we're going to find a way around Spectrum's bullshit, and hypothetically. And if we do, and you decide, hey, you'd like to rewatch a game, maybe you find your favorite podcast to get in touch with. And if you would like a link to Galaxy games from the previous weeks, I'm going to go to your Twitter profile, and if you have not retweeted the last episode, you will not get the link.
Oh, there you go.
So if you'd like to be able to rewatch games, one, thank Michael, even from above, and two, make sure you hit retweet.
There you go. All right, and I also want to give a quick shout out to our boy Daniel Moncho, who signed up for our Patreon during the show.
Oh,
there you go.
Thank you, sir.
So
quick shout out to Esco because he's bitching in the live chat.
I know, the whole time. We've been here 2 hours, and Esco's been like, give me a shout out. Give me a shout out. Give me a shout out. Esco, here's your shout out.
We should have shouted out Elmon.
I know, exactly. Benjamin, do you want to hit us with that outro music? Where can they find you on the socials, Ben?
You can find me at DT Radio Ben. You can email the show at riotSquadcast.com. Make sure you visit the website. And that's it for me.
Matt, God damn it.
You can't find me. My name's Matt the Samoan on Twitter.
No, it's Samoa Bob on Twitter.
Samoan.
It's Samoa Bob on Twitter. Chris, where can they find you on socials, man?
At ZeroCool138 on Twitter. You can find Jamie Bacon from A Slice of Bacon at JME Marie Bacon. And big blessings to San Michael.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at EdTheZombie13. You can now find me on PSN at EdTheZombie13. Thank you for letting us change our names. Hey-o.
Hey.
So, branding. Gotta get that out.
I've been telling you, man. It's all about the brand.
So everything EdTheZombie13, you can find me. You can find the show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Riot Squadcast. Go to our website, riotsquadcast.com, where you can find new blurbs from Jamie Bacon. You'll find the Squadcast FIFA write-ups. We have a t-shirt up there if you want to go buy a t-shirt from us. Also, if you want to become a patron like Daniel did during the live show, you can go to patreon.com/Riot Squadcast. And that is it, I think.
That's all. Bear Squad.
No. Hashtag BGang for life. For life. Scott, you suck. You couldn't even beat Watford with Man City.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys. We'll talk to you guys hopefully in a couple days. We're trying to work that out, but we'll see what's going on. Bye. Hashtag B Squad. Fear the bees.
San Michael.
Fuck you, Brian. Suck a dick, bitch. Woo!